All right, everyone, let's go. We got to farm the first dragon, see how we can do. It's free to play. We've got Beborn the Shark leveled up. We have the Old Man Trapper. I can't remember his name, Ty something. We've got him leveled up. We're going to be ready to put up as many marks as possible, although it's much harder than it was in beta. So we're going to have to see see how it all pans out. Hopefully, we'll be able to do that. Let's wait till we get a few people in here. We've also got Nightbot commands that are active for both YouTube and Twitch. So if you want to do ! Discord, tier lists, codes, all that kind of stuff, they should be loaded for both Twitch and YouTube. Yo, Just, how you doing today? Just Gimmicks, good to see you, man. Welcome, welcome. Finish up my drink really quick. These are very popular in Japan. So popular. Zavis, and they're good. They're so good. If anybody ever makes protein shakes, like mix your own powdered protein, these are a million times better. I've never had anything else that tastes this good. Never. You finally got Bond. Congrats. Love from Jamaica. What's up, my man? Jamaica's probably pretty nice right now, right? Always nice weather there. You farming right now? Yeah, we're just going to try to farm that dragon. We're going to go in there and see what we can do as free to play. We've got the Mark heroes leveled up. Obviously, nobody's at in-game leveled up. They're not maxed out, but we've got the Shark, Beborn. We've got the Old Man Trapper, Ty something, Tyrell. I don't know his name. And they both can apply marks. Can they apply them consistent enough for us to be able to beat it? Can they apply as many as we need for us to be able to beat it? I don't think so, but we're going to try. So that means we need a DPS with them because those two aren't going to DPS our way through the dragons in the beginning, and then we need a support to keep us alive. So any kind of support, we've got plenty of healers. We can use Sarah over here. We can use Clementine. And then for our DPS, we can go in with Frost Bond. First, we're going to go in with Bedivere. Let's see if it works with Bedivere first. Let's go with high DPS because we do need to get through the content. So let's push with Bedivere and then let's break it back down and take Bedivere out and bring in some other DPS and see if we can slowly lessen the requirements we need to be able to beat it. And then make it completely and truly free-to-play friendly with low gear. You can't do free-to-play friendly and say, oh, I've got all 6-star gear. Well, how did you get that 6-star gear? It's not like you just made your way up there and got that 6-star gear. You got to go through the process. So we've got to get over that one hard hump, whatever it's going to be, with our 4-star gear. See what we can do from there. Because we want to farm 4 and 5-star gear, yes, which I think is going to be pretty easy, but we've got to go to stage 9 to farm 5 and 6-star gear. Stage 9 is pretty difficult. Age 8 isn't that difficult, I don't think. 8's not even hard with, you can do 8 with no marks at all. It's 9. 9 are the issues with those dungeons. And 9 is where we get the good stuff. Yo, my dad's here. What's going on? See, it's 8:15. Yeah, yesterday I was on at this same exact time. And yeah, it was 8:15 for you guys. So it'll always be 2 hours or 1 hour, depending on daylight savings. So later on, once you have daylight savings again, it'll be 9:15 p.m. while it's 10 for me. 1 hour. 1 hour, flip instead of 2 hours. 3 times speed? No, man, we got to enjoy the graphics. I'm letting you enjoy these amazing graphics because I had a guy say on my YouTube video last night, these graphics are worse than Raid Shadow Legends. This game will die. I said, are you on crack? That's what I said to him. I wrote him back. I said, are you on crack? I don't know if he's responded back to me. That was an hour ago. But this guy said that these graphics are not as good as Raid Shadow Legends and this game will die. I don't even understand. It's like you've never played the game, obviously. If you're going to say something like that, you've really never played it. And there are different views you can pan the game to see, like the cinematic view like we're on right now, so you can actually see their abilities. And then there's the view that we use so we don't get motion sickness where we're far away. Nowhere near Raid's clean visuals. Not only did they say it's not near their graphics, this guy said, nowhere near Raid's clean visuals. This game will die. This game will die out like other games that came after Raid in the same genre. Nowhere near Raid's clean visuals. What? Oh man, that guy really, I don't know. Maybe he is on crack. I'm not sure. Not sure what's happening there. That's weird. That's a weird thing to say. Very weird, right? Because I mean, look at this. I mean, I don't play it on this view. I think camera angle 1 is really bad if you're going to do 3 times speed. If you're doing 1 time speed or 2 times speed, it looks great. Camera angle 1 is definitely the cinematic camera angle, and I understand why they start out like this, but they really need to show people that camera angle 2 is there in case you want to play fast. Because you can't do 3 times speed like this. Look, it's so jerky. Look, it's too much on my eyes. 2 times speed is beautiful on 1. I love it. But we got to go camera angle 2. The out. Oh, we're getting beat here. We're getting beat down. I got my team formulated now on 10 where it makes it through more often than this. Let's stop this run and see what happens. Let me get some volume. I can't hear anything. Hold on. I know you guys can hear the game right now, but I can't hear it. There we go. Yeah, we made some runs. We got 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 for the team and the gear that I've got right now. It's pretty good. These guys are not heavily geared. We don't even have their relics maxed out, which is really sad. I should be farming bear, and we should have all the relics maxed out. It's really sad when you see somebody doing something and they didn't do something as simple as farm bear enough to get their relics maxed. You need to. Like, if they're saying they can't, like right now, if I'm complaining that I can't beat content, I haven't even maxed out my relics. Come on, Stu. What's wrong with me? It's weak. How many accuracy do you need for 9? I don't know. I have no idea. All I know is that I have accuracy on him, so I've got an accuracy set along with an accuracy piece here. I don't even think I need this effect accuracy here. The thing is, for these bosses, like the starting bosses, the accuracy is not high. I don't know what it is, but I can tell you it's not high for this because it's one of those dungeons, like the core main dungeons that you're going to fight. Now, when we're talking about the gear dungeons over here, could be very different, but I just don't know. It's only we're on day 14 and I haven't tested out going in with accuracy 80 and then dropping it down to 70, 60, trying to apply something 10 times and seeing how many times it lands or gets resisted. I haven't done any of that until we get data mined information or somebody goes in and does what I just said like 100 times over and over. Then we don't know yet. But that's something that if you guys do, let me know, okay? That'd be amazing. Let me catch up on chat really quick. So you should see on, I just 30 minutes ago, I went through Nightbot and I made sure that the commands to pop up stuff in your face are related now to King Arthur Legends Rise, because we're going to be covering this game for years to come. And my Discord is going crazy. I appreciate everybody for joining Discord. If you're not in our Discord, get over here. It's basically the unofficial Discord for King Arthur Legends Rise. I mean, truly is. I'm not just saying that because it's my Discord. It really is the unofficial one. Everybody's here. We even put in a new clan recruitment. So if you want to run your clan out of your Discord, that's fine. We got a clan recruitment section here. You can post every 6 hours, post your clan, and see who wants to join, man. Go ahead. We've got lots of clans too, but yeah. So we've got it set up very similar to kind of like what their Discord would be, except it's got 100 other tabs for all the bosses and all the stuff we've got. But the command should be popping up. So if you do !Discord, !YouTube, Twitch, codes. If you want to know the code for this, there's only one code right now, !code. And then there's another command that'll be popping up soon, and you guys can ask me about it when you see it for free crystals. All right, let's check what's going on. 3-man Merlin team, not working anymore. It is working. I can only do 9 with my 3-man Merlin team with my current gear. I need to get a little bit better gear to take those hits, and then I can do 10. But I've got the speed for it, and I've got the guys for it. I can do 9, but I can also do 10 with the Jarrett with hardly any gear, so I do that at like a 70% win rate. But when you're doing 3 times the runs for 1 run for 3 times the reward, it's fine. Team comp for experience dungeon. Stu team what? Riverside. What do you mean? The dungeon I was just on? Do ! YouTube. I just did a video on YouTube. I just did a video on Gorgos, free to play, fast runs, 3-man, 4-man, Degenerate, full breakdown. Yeah. If you want to know that one, just head over to YouTube. It's right there. Big fan of your guides. What set are you going to use on Gorgos 10 on these? Oh, accuracy. Another accuracy question. Yeah, I just use the accuracy set. I go vigor and then a 2-piece accuracy set. Always. On almost anybody. Morgan, It's going to be Vigor 2-piece accuracy set. There's one of the accuracy pieces. There's the Vigor, and I switch it around through all my heroes. Just bounce the sets around. But a 2-piece Vigor set gives you 30% accuracy, which is pretty good. And then you can have accuracy right here on this piece, effect accuracy. And you can have effect accuracy on one of these main stats over here, but I don't usually roll with that. The biggest key point is if you see you're being resisted and you're not applying your debuffs, you're not knocking back the ultimate gauge, you're not abnormal status effect like stun, sleeping them, then you need more accuracy. That's the biggest thing. But you also got to pay attention to whether your skill has a 100% chance to actually fire off that debuff. She has a 70% chance to remove one buff. So she's not going to always remove a buff. She's got a 70% chance to even try to remove a buff. Once that 40%. Once that 40% hits, then she's got a chance. But we've got to do effect accuracy versus effect resistance. Here, she's not always going to apply damage taken decrease. 70% chance to even cast it. Once it's out there and casted, we have to make it stick. We have to make it land. Then we go effect accuracy versus effect resistance. So pay attention to see if you're being resisted. You might have to go to 1-time speed to see that. You will. 3-time speed is going to be too fast. How many accuracy needed for 9? Yeah. Brazil. Welcome, Brazil. Good to have you. Her second passive allows for ally attack to inflict. Adds for ally attacked. Really? No, I haven't looked at her. I don't remember that. I definitely don't remember that. I've got B-Born and I've got Old Man Trapper. And I think one of these are a pretty good lead. This guy. Old Man Trapper will give us a lead of effect accuracy. Then we've got B-Born leveled up. And I know who you're talking about. She's the female with this girl right here. She can allow your allies to a place. Is there like a long cooldown though? After mark, gain attack speed. After an ally attack, yeah, it's not that long if we put skills into it. 30% chance though. Goes up to a 50% chance for a 50% chance to inflict. What is 50% chance to hit? And then 50% chance to inflict after an ally attacks. Okay, so after an ally attacks, they have a 50% chance to then have a 50% chance to apply mark. It's really weird. And then say they miss that mark, right? Out of their 50-50, not even trying to resist it. Say they miss even firing it off, then it goes on a 2-turn cooldown. Tell me this though, how long is this mark? Like how many turns is it? Number of mark turns, 1. Oh, it's only a 2-turn mark if you get it skilled up? I don't know. Does she have any? No, she won't have any special there. Does she have anything really, really cool with mark application? This goes up to 50% once we get it skilled. Good thing about these uncommons are you should eventually be getting books to be able to level up these uncommons. Much easier than rares, way easier than legendaries. I got 10K deposited. Who? 10K for what? Who's giving me 10K? 10K to say what? I'll have whatever he's smoking. Yeah. No way it will die. That's right. There's no way this game's going to die. The way the company that's running this and the way it is, there's just no way. If we were talking about beta a long time ago when some of the beta iterations just weren't good at all, then I might say, okay, yeah, we're going to have some issues if they don't correct course and make the game great. But man, when they took it away for 8 months and came back with this, it blew a lot of people away. Nut slap in the house. What's going on, man? Logic Coding, good to have you. Going for a frost weapon on selector for Gil. Thoughts on that? I went for frost weapon with Morgan. I see everybody using Gillian without the frost weapon. It's working fine. They use fire, which she comes to. So the frost weapon gives you a percentage chance to do an AoE heal. I played it in beta, and I did love the frost weapon. Very, very strong. I did. I enjoyed it. You'd get that big heal for everybody every once in a while, and you'd be really, really surprised. Plus, you get the other heal, and you get all the other goodies from her passives. Is Rosier viable for Gorgos 910? Yes, absolutely. Riverside. You're talking about Flame, right? She has a higher percentage chance to proc poisons than Anguish. I don't know about at the end. Like with her passive, she has a chance to apply more dots. And then I think even one of her chivalries, Rosier, might have a, because I know Anguish Chivalry 8 will give him a chance to apply another dot. But she will. You won't need Anguish anymore. All you'll need is her for DPS and for Gorg. She's great. She's crazy. Netmarble has been 7 Deadly Sins running over 5 years. They've got so many games. Like Netmarble has so many games that grossed over $1 billion. Not $1 million, $1 billion. They have multiple games that have grossed over $1 billion, and their corporation obviously has billions of dollars. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. They've been running Solo Leveling Arise perfectly. It's not always the greatest for everyone. I know there's been a lot of stuff going on with solo leveling, just things that they've changed. And they keep changing stuff. They keep changing the way you upgrade your account. They keep changing bosses in there and how you run dungeons and farm gear. The Brilliant Light, how you go in there and upgrade your heroes. They keep doing changes, which I like to see. I see that they're active with the game. They know the game is great. It looks beautiful with solo leveling. And they're just always improving it. And they got the money. So Gorgos and Pinvid? Yeah. I don't want to save materials to improve character. Yes, if you didn't watch my video I put out last night, go over to YouTube. It's the most recent video. Right there when you go to YouTube. It will have the top DPS rare champions there. I talk over them all. Rosier is the number one, and you don't have to use Anguish. Then I make a point to say that you no longer need Anguish. You can just bench him, and you'll use Rosier Flame Relic for everything. Which I'm glad you just brought that up, because I need to see if Cormac Frost and Rosier Flame is in my the Relic shop. What's it called? Shard shop. I've been looking every day for 14 days now. How many days are we logged in? 16 days, and I still have never seen her Flame Relic. Jinxed. I'm jinxed, man. I'm telling you. Okay, these are the same. I don't need any heroes. I've got them all. Okay. I know I keep seeing those. Those aren't those. The left side's every week. Here's the daily one. Oh, I saw Flame and then Anguish. Damn. Oh, is this? No, Wind is what we have. No, wait. Do I need her Wind? Oh, I thought this was Tauren. I wanted the Tauren Flame that gives us the dodge. Ardwin, though, I'm using her in Flame right now, and I've got her leveled up pretty high. She's doing some work. We might actually use her in this dragon dungeon to do damage for us. But check this out. I got her leveled up yesterday. If you were on stream with me, we've almost got this next hit, which will elevate her to 720% attack as far as pure damage goes. The highest we've seen. All I got to do is get one hit here. And I just got her to Chivalry 8. So when she counterattacks with that same skill we just talked about. And I've been using her, and she does. She counterattacks with her skill too. I've gotten, 7,000 damage off of a counterattack now. It's wild to have her counterattack. Now, I do have to put her in a counterattack set or bring in the other Fae Queen. What's her name? Whatever her name is. Eowyn? I have to bring in the counterattack Queen to make sure we get counterattack, and then when I apply counterattack again where we have 80%. And what else was I going to show on her? I guess that was it. Oh, her gear. Where's her gear at? Yeah, so I've got her in her 2-piece counterattack and crit rate. So she only has an 18% chance to counterattack. It doesn't happen all the time. It's still pretty sweet. Is Bond Storm Relic still is best? No. You got to follow me on YouTube. I update everything on YouTube. We talk about Bond Storm Relic being nerfed. There was a big patch just yesterday. So make sure you follow. Oh, yeah, I see you're from Twitch. Yeah. Hit YouTube right here. ! YouTube. Come over and follow me over there. I try to make my videos very condensed. I'm a person that when I watch somebody else's YouTube, I want information. I don't want to, hey, how you doing today? Glad you're back. Thank you for watching me. You're the greatest. All that kind of stuff. I want to go straight into it. I want to say, hey, this is it. This is what we got. These are the changes. This is what we can do for you. And oddly enough, with my YouTube videos, I go back and edit a lot. I kind of spend too much time because I try to cut out all the fluff. I don't want any fluff. I just when I go to look for something, I just want information. I can't stand hearing about somebody's day when I'm trying to see what's going on with Bedivere, So that's just me. But they're there. Go check them out. All that information. Does Drain set for Rosier make sense? Drain even good. Drain is okay, but she already has a chance to drain, so I wouldn't do that. I would go for more damage. I would go with an attack and accuracy to land debuffs if you're going to go on, or if you're going to play her on Gorgos. If you're not going to play her in Gorgos and you're not worried about the dots, which I would use her there. When you take her outside of Gorgos, I would go with attack crit or crit critical damage some mix up of all that. Because you don't need the dots when you're outside of Gorgos. A lot of the bosses then take like 90% less dot damage. Have you made a tier list yet? If you do ! tier list, you'll have the tier list pulled up on YouTube and on Twitch right there. I don't know if it's pulling up for both when I do that. I don't know how Nightbot works when I'm multi-streaming to Twitch and YouTube. I see it pulled up on, I don't know, do ! tier list and you'll have it pull up. You'll have the link there. I updated all that stuff today. Trick question. I don't know those two. I need to ask Nimbus. Nimbus went and purchased, I think Nimbus purchased the support one. Yeah, he got this guy. So I need to ask him how it's been going with him. Because he said that the way that this support worked, it would work out really well for, I think, the last dragon. I can't remember. Something he said. But I barely ever do PvP because I just don't waste the time on it. It's very time consuming. And I've only got 2,600 because I'll get this little stuff. I'll get the relics, of course. I'll get these uncommon tomes, which cost nothing. Like, all this costs nothing. Get these. Always get these uncommon talismans, uncommon tomes. And I'm just too busy leveling up as many free-to-play heroes as I can to test them out. I need to do more. I really need to do more in here. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to this dragon and see what we can do here as free-to-play. Cormac, how would you gear him? Cormac, I would gear him probably attack crit rate. I know he gets a little bit addition based off of defense, but it's not high. It's just a little extra damage when there's multiple targets. So I would just go straight up. Plus he gives himself a defense buff. But the base is mainly attack. Yeah, high percentage attack, another 40% attack if there's more targets, and only a small percentage of defense. So straight attack. Attack percentage plus crit rate. A lot of crit rate substats. You can even go pure crit rate main stat on the middle. What is this? On the earrings, you can go crit rate here. So beginning, I would go attack, 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 4-piece attack, 2-piece crit rate, and then I'd have crit rate right here on the earrings is the main stat. For 21% crit rate, plus we're going to get 18 for the 2-piece crit rate set. Is that right? 17? And then any crit rate substats and then attack. That's how I would roll him. And then he's going to give himself an increased defense buff, I believe, from one of his passives. And the defense multiplier is small. It's 18%, so we're not too worried about that. But he's got a high multiplier, though, for the AoE damage. That 216 base is really high, and then if we ever do put books into him, it gets even better. Yeah, man, go check out my video on YouTube, Pez. On the top, did you guys not see my newest video on YouTube on the top DPS rare champions that we talked about yesterday and I went over last night? It's got a really cool thumbnail, I think. That one right there. That's the video that I put out last night, 12 hours ago. All right, let's see what we can do. Let's focus on this dungeon. Are you guys at a point to where you think you can farm gear yet? Start farming dungeons, because I have not been farming dungeons, so I'm falling behind everybody else. I need to farm. I need to see if I can take the leap from, I'm pretty sure I can. With my legendaries, I know I can. I can take the leap from 4 to 5 star gear to 5 to 6 star gear. I can do that with my legendaries, yes. But I don't want to do it easy. Who wants it easy, man? I want to do it difficult. Let's go in here and see what we can do. So even on 8, I feel like 8, if you have DPS, you don't even have to do Mark. And I'm going to bring him in just to see what's changed. I'm going to bring him in with, obviously it's going to be a lot less damage. Oh, there's a big one. It takes so much gold, though, to level these up. It's no joke with these higher level ones. The 4-star would be what we'd be using anyway. So 4-star, 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 3-star. This is the gear that we would be using as a free-to-play to try to get past stuff. So this is good. 4-star and 3-star. Let's not give him the big stuff that he wouldn't normally have. Morgan, we need accuracy, and we need another vigor to her. Let's go with speed. And then here should be an accuracy piece. Okay. Oh, we've got to do one other thing really quick before I forget. I don't want to forget today. I'm sure I won't. I want to go into the Forbidden Dungeon. I don't know how to beat this Dark Arthur yet. He's pretty badass, but I do want to get these pedestals up to 50. How many times do I want to auto clear? Is that all I needed was 50? There you are, Bedivere. Yep. All right, finally, I could get a 3-piece keepsake set with him. This guy's, he's been hitting so hard. Bedivere is on the banner. If you have gems, try to get him on the banner. He is no joke. Like, truly no joke. Okay, now that we've done that, I do have banners, and all these banners, these 3 stars and 2 stars, I buy them every day in the shop. You guys need to make sure you're hitting that shop every single day. This will be in my beginner guide that I'm going to have coming out very soon, because global launch is coming out very soon. And I've gotten a lot of stuff ready for global launch. Global launch is way sooner than you all think. Let me see if I'm allowed to say anything about global launch. See if I got an email back yet. No email back yet. I signed an NDA a year ago on this game when I was dealing with Kabam. I don't know if that's still in effect. I asked them. I was like, hey, could I tell everybody about this global launch date? To my agency. I'm not dealing with Netmarble. I don't know anybody at Netmarble, so if you're having issues, I know nothing. The agency that I do videos for, that I have contracts to do videos for King Arthur from over a year ago, have given me a global launch date. Just know it's soon. And that's all I can say for now, I guess. But it's way sooner than you think, so I'm very excited. Buy these every single day in the shop. These are ones I never crafted. And critical strike damage, great, I'll take that one. And crit rate even. We got plenty of crit rate, and we're going to get a crit rate buff, so I'm going to go critical strike damage. Wow. Is this a set piece? What set is that for? HP 20. No, that's not a good set for him. Okay, neither is the barrier set. All right, happy about that guy. Can you help me find out how to build the uncommon trap guy, please? What do you mean how to build him? I'm about to use him myself. So let's go ahead and try to build him together right now. Let's just go through with this team. This is a free-to-play team that everybody could have access to. Let me just see how it runs now that he's been nerfed. Now, I've beat it before with this team, but that was back when Bond was a massive beast, and that's only 8, and we need to beat 9. Let's just do one run. Let's see if we don't get our ass handed to us, even right here with these dragons. And we're not going to play toward Mark at all. No Mark. We're not worried about that. Now, we could do AoE here on Bond and take these guys out faster if we wanted to. He's not in... I used to have him in a Vigor set, so it was much easier to do skill 3. Actually, they're all in a Vigor set, so we could. Let's see what happens. I'm on day 6? You beat him today? You beat Crom today on 10-7? Free to play? Nice, man. Congrats. It takes time. You're on day 6. You finally beat Crom and Story. Right now, you need to push. You need to go beat hard. I've got my notes over here. You got to go up to hard 1-4 to unlock your passives, the ability to level up your passives on your heroes in that dungeon. You need to go to 2-7 hard to upgrade your relics. That is the most important. Push to 2-7 hard. That way you unlock the bear and you upgrade all your relics easily, just like you upgraded your heroes. It's the biggest increase in power that you're going to do now. Like, after making your level 50s and 60s, the second biggest increase in power is to farm that bear and get those relics upgraded. And that's at 2-7 hard. And then eventually you'll make it to 5-7 hard to where you can fight the skill book boss, the Crom again. And that one's really difficult. But yeah, you got to push. You got to push Story. Okay, look at this. I'm fighting this guy right now with 3 and 4 star gear. My heroes' relics aren't leveled up. I've got 2 healers in here just healing us to keep us alive. And we're not even playing toward doing Mark. Now, if this dragon does get evasion increase on and keeps evasion increase on, we're screwed. There's nothing we can do about evasion increase. We'll just be so screwed. Oh, I am using Frost Morgan, though. And Frost Morgan removes buffs more often. So that does help. So that is different. I need to change her over to Fire Morgan. She'll still remove buffs on her passive. And she'll knock back the ultimate gauge. But she won't be removing as many buffs. And it's only like a 40% chance to remove a buff right now. Was curious whether they reset, and if they do reset, how? No, they're not going to reset. How they? No, we're going into global launch with our account, with everybody else's account. There's no resetting. This is early access. You don't reset early access. It's not how it worked when they did solo leveling Arise. It's not how it's going to work here. It's not how games do that. Tired of bots in the arena? Yeah, it's going to blow up. Pez, we're going to have, when global launch happens, and with all the marketing going on, we're going to have a lot of people playing this game. Because we already have a lot of people playing now, and it's early access, and even those people had to, you know, do some shenanigans to play it. Either they went and played on the PC client, or they downloaded the APK to play on their Android device, or on iOS, you had to make a fake account for Canada, and then play over there. No reset? Yeah, no reset. I'm not strong, though. That's the thing, man. I am not strong. Yeah, you don't have. If this game was going to reset, I would not have dropped all the money I drop into it and put in all the time I've done, because I put in a lot of time a year ago during that beta. I wouldn't have kept doing that. No way. I will say that camera 1 does look sweet. And it's something that you'll miss because we use camera 2 so often, we don't get to see these aesthetics, but you got to play this camera angle at 2x speed. Or I get sick. Okay, so the boss does not have the evasion buff up, and we've been taking away some buffs, so that's good. And we've wounded him quite a bit. And this is 8. And we're doing AoE ability sometimes. Still, my eyes are kind of freaking out watching that angle. Hey, so 8 is easily free to play doable with a Morgan. We'll switch her to fire with this kind of gear. I mean, look at my equipment. Okay, she's got a little bit better equipment, but it's okay. We'll take it down to 4-star, 3-star. We just got a healer. Am I using Isolde? This is a crap healer. I should have Clementine in here. I don't even know why I have her in here, and I don't remember what skill she's using. Only reason I have her leveled up is to use her Flame Relic on Gorgos to increase the number of dots. Like, there's no reason to use Isolde as a healer outside of Gorgos, honestly. And if you're a new player, do not level her up as your main healer. It's going to hurt your account. We're going to do a guide on best healers tonight. Yeah, so I shouldn't even have her in here. Clementine, yes. She should be replaced with this is what she should really be replaced with. Our free girl from the beginning, especially if you have another color. Well, no, even Wind. I think Wind's going to work. She might take too much damage and die, though. Where'd she go? Where's Turn? Right, Clementine? Yes. Preferably not Wind, so she doesn't take all that extra damage. But Torin, for sure. Where is she? For increased defense and increased effect accuracy to land your debuffs. And she'll keep us alive because she's giving us that small heal over time. Will she keep herself alive, though? I don't know. She might. And look at the damage. Look at the gear we had on 3-star, 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 4-star, 3-star. Only one 5-star here, and this is for attack, so it's doing nothing for her. We could take that out and put a 2-star there, and it would be fine. And then this is all 4-star, 3-star, 3-star for our DPS. But he is leveled. That's the point, though. On this one, he is actually leveled up. Like, that's a lot of leveling. No, actually, his relic is only leveled up to 24 because we're not using his Wind Relic. So, yeah, I mean, 8 is doable for all of you out there. Are you going to do 8 on day 3, day 4, day 5? No, man, nobody is. Nobody is. It's a process. You got to farm. And I wouldn't even farm the dungeons. That's the whole thing. Don't farm dungeons for gear. You're going to get gear from story mode. You're going to push hard. You're going to push hell story mode once you get there. And you've got plenty of areas to get your guy stronger, which is far more effective. Farming your relic is far more effective than farming gear for the stamina cost. Right? Farming here at whatever stage you can farm. It doesn't even matter. Say you're farming stage 6, 7, whatever it is. You farm there. Any free-to-play account can easily do pretty high boar. I talk to people all the time who are a couple days in, they're free-to-play. They give us the heroes to fight here with Morgan, Tristan, and Kay, whoever else you want to bring with you. And they're up high enough in here that it's easy for them to make 6 stars, rank 6 heroes. It just takes a little bit of time, takes stamina. But you want to focus on that because once you do that, that's how you get some strength in your heroes for your account. And then here is the other second best way to get strength in heroes in your heroes. Then eventually when you unlock this, you can. But the first thing to do is rank up, level up your relics, keep pushing story mode, unlock all the dungeons, and then farm favor dungeons to unlock even more gear slots on your heroes. This is important too. Once you do those three things, then you can kind of branch out into farming gear later on. But don't farm gear in the beginning. If you want to farm gear a little bit in the beginning like I did on stage 4, just to make vigor sets, then it makes sense. Once you make those vigor sets, 3-star, 2-star, 4-star, some of them vigor pieces, and it doesn't have to be all 4-star, just 3-star if you can, to make those vigor sets to start with. Once you have those, stop farming. And more than K, long-term wise for bosses, I don't know. I haven't played Cormac. There are people that are playing Cormac as Frost, and you're talking about the Frost, right? And I don't have Frost. Yo, good morning. What's going on, Goro? Good to have you, buddy. Welcome back. Learning the game? Yeah, that's everybody, right? That's the fun part about learning these new games. Raid the fridge in the house. How far am I on the Forbidden Dungeon? Did you see I was on like 68? 69. This Dark Arthur and Uther that's in here are slapping me around. I'm not going to re-gear. I'm just going to go in there to show you if you're not there yet. But these two dudes are no joke. I don't know what they're all about. Well, I do. I've read over their skills many times. And it's pretty wild. I don't know. My Bedivere is so strong now. I could bring in some support and pass this. I've leveled up my Bedivere and put much better gear on my Bedivere last night. So he's really slapping. And if I had Morgan put on debuffs before he did that, I think he would have died. I think Uther would have died from that one hit. Possibly. I'll worry about this later. We're supposed to be doing the farming dragon to see what we could do. Apart from the auction house, what's going on? Yeah, I mentioned this earlier. Make sure you guys, we're going to do a daily things to do video as well. But come in here and grab all these talismans and books. If something's really cheap here, like a mythic, I'm not going to get this legendary. I've got plenty of these. Plus, there's an event going on right now that's giving you a whole bunch of mythics for farming different levels of boar, Pinvid. So make sure you do that. But every day, depending on how high up your castle's leveled, I think, there are so many skill books and tomes. And these are very important to pick up. If you're not picking these up every day, it's bad for your account. The books and talismans. Books and talismans are two of the hardest things to get, and it takes a long time. Nice. And then here, I always pick up the banner, even if it's a low level one, or the orb. Oh, damn, that's not a low level one. That's a 5-star orb. Legendary. Holy crap. Attack percentage for Bull's favor. Let's go check that out. That one was huge. There's a 4-star banner too. Wow. These are bigger than I normally have, right? Normally I have the ones that, and it's legendary. Normally I have ones that are like 2 and 3-star. But again, if you level up your castle, keep leveling up your castle. Every time you level up these shops, it makes it better for drops. That's how all these games work. When you're playing Raid Shadow Legends, the market isn't that great until you get up higher in your account level. With this, you just need to keep going up with your account level and with your castle level and leveling up all this. And you should have some pretty good drops. Okay, let's get back to it. If we ever get back to farming this dungeon, if we're ever going to do it. How do I get there? Where's our restricted area? Yes. Okay. All right, so 8 was easy. But 9 is going to kick my ass, even with the same exact team. And we'll change Morgan to fire. Same gear. Let's see if we can even make it past these guys. No, not game settings. Let's have Morgan do 2, and let's still have Bond do his AoE. Well, we're not dying off of a few hits. That's a good sign. And we have Isolde in here again. Isolde's not doing great heals. We should much easier with Clementine, Torin, anybody like that. Anybody else would be good to have. Let's focus one. The dragon's going to smack us around, though. We have no way to take all those buffs off. And he's going to be much harder now. And we almost died on 8 toward the end. We did almost die. So even if we bring in mark heroes to 9 here, to apply marks on the dragon, if we can even do that, we've got to make it past these bad boys. Which in itself is still going to be, this is going to be difficult if I'm bringing in a whole bunch of mark heroes. Actually, Beborn's going to give us increased defense 2 times, so I don't think this will be as bad. Like, we could take out, let's do it right now. Let's take out Isolde and bring in Beborn just to see what's going on. But Beborn is not consistent unless you put passives, unless you upgrade his passive. But even with me upgrading his passive, I still feel like he's not consistent enough. And his relic is not leveled up enough. None of these are. At least I can get him some levels, I guess. Yeah. Okay, let's take him to 60. I don't want to waste these pedestals. Sorry, Beborn, you only get 3. Chivalry's all the way up because he's so low. That's going to help us. And relic increase. Now we'll wait. We'll wait till we actually go farm there. But we need gear. So what gear did I have on what? What's her name? Isolde? Let's steal her gear. 4-star. Little defense would be nice. Should I go speed ring? Maybe speed ring on the other person. I think we got speed ring on Morgan right now. We do. Recovery percentage. We could go recovery percentage on him. He actually does heal for a lot, but we have to micromanage the account. We can't just have it set up for skill 2 all the time. We have to go in there and be ready to do a skill 3, and he heals for a crazy amount. But I don't think we need that. He's got defense on 3-piece 3-star defense right now. Let's stick with that. Okay, and HP, that's pretty good. Let's give him a little more HP. I think defense would be better, honestly. I like trying to mitigate more damage. He's not a healer that's giving heals based off of his max HP, so we don't need to worry about HP on Beborn. But do I have any defense stuff leveled up? That's too high. We wouldn't have that yet. This is leveled. 3-star. And these 2-star are leveled. Okay. So definitely free to play gear. You cannot deny this. We should actually have better gear than this by now because if you're farming 8, you're at the point to where you can get 4- and 5-star gear. There's no reason to have 2- and 3-star gear anymore. And again, remember, you're supposed to have your relics maxed out by now, just like you would have your heroes at 60. There's no excuse to not have these relics up to 60. You should be farming that bear, and that's going to be something that's going to really elevate our power here without having to do anything crazy. And we've got Fire Morgan. All right, here we go. Let's see if Beborn can get some marks out, or do we have to bring out that other guy that does marks? The old man Trapper. We might have to bring him with us. Yeah, we're gonna have to alternate with Beborn. I have a feeling. Well, he doesn't have enough vigor to do that. All right, let's get increased defense up. We should have 2 stacks. There it is, 40%, 40%. That'll help out. These guys are hitting though. No vigor here for... Okay, there we go. 8,000 for that one heal on himself, but we're not getting Clementine, Sarah. We're not getting Sarah up. And Sarah's getting smacked. Kill that one dude. There, finally. Okay, let's get him off this skill 3. He doesn't need to do skill 3 ever. I think skill 2 is going to be the best. It's going to save us some vigor so everybody else can do what they need to do. I have a feeling when we get to the dragon, we're going to get smacked around though, because I just don't think he's going to be able to keep up Mark often enough, and I still need to get one more passive into Beborn. His first passive is not maxed out. It's got 1 hit into it, but it needs to really have another hit. I'm just not a big believer in Beborn anymore because the way they've changed this dragon. This dragon didn't used to be you need 3 stacks of markup to flip all of its buffs to debuffs. It used to be just get 1 mark on it and that's all you needed. Now it's crazy. All right, I'm going to focus the dragon and see if we can't stay alive with that. Beborn's marks are going to be random. Okay, no mark yet. We need relic increases. Where's Mark? Beborn, where's your... I should have looked at his passives to see what's on cooldown. Where's his fool's mark? I swear it never happens. There, it was on cooldown. It's like it just went on cooldown, so something should have had mark on it, I would think. No, no, no. Been stuck on 7 tonight. I'm using the heroes everyone suggests. Guys, my gear isn't that good, though. Yeah. What's going on? Tatted Colossus, long time no see, my man. How you been? What healer extends dot? Boogeyman, it is Isolda's flame relic. No, Isolda does it with, I think, her chivalry. Check your chivalries. It's one of her, like, as long as you cast her skill 3. And if you use her skill 3 with her flame relic, it does a big heal, removes dots, and does a heal over time. So I use her flame relic in there on Gorgos. That's exactly where I'm at. I've been watching your videos on how to beat Boar 7. Got Vigor set 3-star. You're still struggling. Yeah, it's okay. It's all about the struggle. Turn meter on Arthur and freeze the other guy. You can't for the life of you find the hero shop over here at the Lady of the Lake. What is that? 1050 stamina. Now I buy stamina for, like, say it starts to equal out around 100 gems for 100 stamina because I'm trying to, level up so many heroes. So I need a lot of stamina. This would only be if I use 500 gems for 10. I guess this would be, I always need stamina. I think this is a pretty good deal for stamina because by the time I start spending 150 each for 100, this is 500, it's going to be about that cost, right? What are those, my login rewards? I finally got those. All right. Yeah, over here at the Lady of the Lake, where you do your summons, go down to the very bottom. You see this icon right there? This is the shard shop. And then up at the top where my head is, okay, it's above my head. You can see heroes, you can see relics, and then you exchange here. Now I do have some guys that are maxed out. So something like Arthur, he's over here now, and you can see I'm going to get 150 at the bottom for him. It's going to add to my 376. Now I'm going to go down here to Kay because I've got her maxed. And I don't know what else I've got maxed. So I'm going to keep all of these. I know I don't have these maxed. And I'll hit exchange. And now I have 601 to play around with for heroes. So I could buy one of these heroes if I wanted to. For 375. But I've got them all, and I'm not worried about getting like one just to level up a... what's it called? Level up a chivalry right now. Even though if I did get one more of Nicholas, I could level him up to his 8th chivalry, I think. That's always a thought. For me, but I summon a lot. I'm not free to play. I do actually summon a lot. Yeah, see if we get one more of him, I can get the sneak attack deals additional damage and additional damage based on defense. So I wonder what sneak attack is really going to change to. Ambush, sneak attack. Okay, look at sneak attack right now. Sneak attack, 100% chance to trigger when an ally is hit, when he's in stealth, and this does 64 attack. Okay, total damage, 64 attack. Let's see what this goes up to. So it's going to show us here. It's going to say something like 100 then, and then it'll say maybe like 20% of defense. It should update here. Now, this isn't a good use of your tokens, I don't believe. So don't do what I'm doing. But I want to see what this guy goes to. Okay, it went from 64 to 80, and then 80% of defense? That's pretty good. His defense isn't going to be high, so that's not a crazy... Like, it'd be better if it said 160% of attack. That'd be better. But going from 64 to 80 and then 80% of defense, I still think is pretty damn sweet. I mean, defense and attack are pretty similar right now. I think he's gonna be pretty dirty coming in there, and he does it all the time. I don't know if you fought him in other areas, but he does that sneak attack every single time somebody's attacked, as long as he's stealth, and he provokes people all the time. It's really annoying, extremely annoying. All right, back over to the dungeon we were just in, restricted area. Now you understand why we're not passing it, right? Everybody understands this. We're trying to do in-game 9, and we've got gear, and our relics are 3-star here, level 20. 24. We don't have the damage. Well, we kind of have the damage we need, but we don't have the survivability we need. And Beborn, obviously, when we first start fighting the dragon, isn't able to... Like, we can't control this. And we definitely need one more so we can do one more turn of mark. Number of mark turns, one more would be great. But we have to get this mark up on the enemy, and it's so random here. Here it is. 50% chance to trigger upon using a skill. 3 random allies, 3 random enemies for 3 turns. So I need to get this one leveled up. And I need him to apply it right away. I just don't think he's consistent enough. So say we could survive. Say we had enough survivability. 4 and 5-star gear, which is what we'd be farming right now. And this guy gets a chance to 60% chance to inflict mark for 1 turn though, when attacking. It's on a 1-turn cooldown, but I really don't like how it's a 1-turn mark. But at least whenever he attacks, he's got a chance, every 2 turns he's got a chance to apply a mark. And then we've got a 30% chance to apply a mark for 2 turns on a skill 1. And this one puts down a trap that applies mark for how many turns? It just talks about the number of traps. This isn't telling me how many turns the mark will be though. Let's go investigate on a lower level dragon that we can actually make it through to. Where'd he go? Let's see. Check the box. It won't sell. Exclude heroes that have not reached level 10 chivalry. Oh, that's nice, man. Yeah, Boogeyman just showed me that you can, in the shop there, you can have it exclude heroes. You can have it exclude heroes that are not chivalry 10. You can't change the main stat. Only the substats on the gear. Yeah. Is Mark like taunt and raid? It's not. It's just a debuff made for this dragon. That's all it's made for. Sigrun for that run? Yeah, of course Sigrun, but we're doing free to play. Mark is a debuff specifically made for this dragon only, for nothing else. It's a gimmick so that you have to use it to beat this dragon, which is fine. It's good. We got to level up other heroes to beat this dragon. I got no problem with that. It's good. You just got Fire Rosier weapon. Nice. Let's go. Very nice. Congrats. Where's mine? When's going to be my time? When is my time? All right, we're taking out the dragons here slowly because obviously... Oh, this guy doesn't even have gear on him right now. Our old man at the end has no gear on him. Our trapper here. But you can see he's applying quite a few marks. But it's for one turn, so I don't know how effective that's going to be. Okay. All right. Let's get a heal that we didn't need. So let's see how long this mark is with the trap. Okay, whenever we get attacked, he should apply a mark on the attacker. We'll see if that works. I'm just going to attack this wing for a little bit of damage. And then Beborn, let's see what Beborn does. Let's see if he applies mark on anybody. Okay, not yet. He didn't do his passive. Though no mark was applied. Trapper had down a trapper thing and it didn't do anything. This is stage 6. Let me get some accuracy. 3 of the same Legos in a row? Gillian the healer? Hey, that's good. Nothing wrong with that. Level her up. She is the best in-game healer there is. Not the best beginning healer, but the best in-game healer without a doubt. So use them. All right, we just need some kind of accuracy on him. This will work. He's got a speed set on. Okay, let's go with speed. That's fine. Well, there's effect accuracy. We know he'll be good with this. All right. Put him in a counter set. That would be good, right? Since he's doing a skill 1 to get up mark. That'd be really good. And then whenever he attacks, I don't think the counter set's going to work with his passive, but still, that'd be really good. Let's get through these dragons again. Skill 3. Let's have them all just do skill 1. This should go fast. Yeah, I will. I check all my heroes before I do a run. You've got to. I move gear. Every time I do anything, I have to move gear. Doesn't matter what it is. I've got to always check gear and move it around. Just got the fire. Yep. Gillian. I'll put it back. Tisco, what's happening? I don't think I've seen you in a little bit. Betty or Tristan the 6-star? Man, Bedivere, what are you talking about? Okay, we've got markup on the wing somehow. Did we come in here and do some hits? All right, there we go. He did his dance and he got 2 random marks, one on the boss and one on the wing for Beborn. Now, I believe we can get him to do one more random if we increase, I believe. If we increase this one more time, I think it goes to one more random. His passive. So we need to have that second passive maxed out. 3 random enemies for 3 turns. 100% chance to inflict mark on 3. See, this should have gone to 3 random enemies for 3 turns. Wait. Oh. Okay, I attacked with that skill 1 and he got a 2-turn mark on the dragon. But we still haven't flipped his debuffs until we have 3 on. We haven't flipped his buffs to debuffs until he has 3 on. The ability switch is what happens. Now, Beborn's on cooldown. Wait, we can see his cooldowns here. Yeah, Beborn's on cooldown. So he's not going to do jack. We can heal if we want. And I'm going to do this trap. See, they fall off too quick. Like, to have 3 up is nonsense. I don't know who changed this. They need to really change this. Okay, he put down a trap in the dragon attack. It is for 1 turn. What? That dude's skill 3 for a trap is for 1 turn. That's garbage. Lays down a trap for 3 turns. 70% chance to inflict mark when... Okay, I wonder if it's for 3 turns. You'd have to alternate. You'd have to put down a trap for 3 turns. If it stays up, once it activated, is it gone? Or is it staying up for 3 turns now? So when I get hit again, will we see one more come up? If that's the case, then we could start doing a skill 1 afterwards, but that's a lot of micromanaging. And still, 1 turn is garbage. We got none on that basic. I think he attacked and it went to 2 stacks. He attacked and it seemed like it went to 2 stacks from the trap. All right, mark explosion, right? 30% chance right now, and then when he does his, this is on cooldown when attacking to get an additional 1. Let me put trap down again. Maybe if we can we put multiple traps down, like have 2 or 3 rotating? It's not 100%. I don't think we can double up on that. I'm just wondering if the developers even played their game in regards to mark. Like, did they actually play the heroes that they're saying here? Because they changed the requirements for mark. It didn't used to be this way in beta. It was never you needed 3 on at one time to apply the ability switch. If you have 1 mark, you remove 1 buff. If you have 3 or more marks, you remove trigger ability switch. And maybe this should be 2 or more mark, trigger ability switch, and this should be 3 or more marks, you gain buff disruption. Maybe they messed up with that too. Look, doesn't that make sense? Like 1, 2, 3 instead of 1, 3, 3. I think they made a mistake here. I should send this in under bug reports and say, hey man, something's going on. Make this fight like logical. I'm going to take a copy of this part right here. I'm going to highlight this. Put an arrow to that. You guys can't see what I'm doing. Hold on. Let's make a mark arrow to that. And then to this 1. And then to this 3. All right, I'm going to send that in. Now, I'm not talking about things being challenging. Things being challenging, yes, we need to overcome the encounter. We need to get better gear. We need to get better relics. All the enhancements we can do for our heroes. But we need it to make sense. And it's really troubling because the percentage base for our heroes to apply these marks are so low. Beborn does it on a passive that's every, I don't know how many, like 4 turns. This takes 4 turns. Whenever it says 3, it takes 4 turns for it to activate again. This guy barely puts up enough on the dragon. Whenever we apply 1, it's just removing 1 buff. And if we apply 2, it does nothing. You have to apply 3 for it to ability switch. Ability switch means it would take all of these passives that you see right there, all these buffs, and it would flip them to the negative effect of that buff. And right now he's got evasion race, so that sucks. But it would flip all this to the negative version. Damage taken decrease, it would take it to increase. It would be great. And that's the way it used to be back in beta. So now I don't, it's weird now. I'm going to do trap again and see if it doubles up. I don't think so. It always just shows 1 trap on him. And I don't think it activated. Bro. Nothing on that basic for the 30% chance. And he's got a passive that we could have procced too for another chance to apply mark. Okay, his passive's not on cooldown right now. Here we go. We could apply 2 right now, and it'd be 3 total for the ability flip. None. Oh, maybe we did get 1. Okay, this only goes on cooldown when we apply the mark, I believe, because it was up a minute ago. None. Okay, if Beborn can get 2 here, that'd be pretty cool. What? Did Beborn just do his... He did. He just did his passive and nothing happened. Because it's a 50% chance to trigger and then it goes on cooldown even when it doesn't trigger. See what I mean? See what I'm saying? Like, they've given us... It's so dumb. They've given us a boss that requires something. We're bringing in the only people that can do that requirement, and these people cannot do it enough. They cannot do it often enough. Like, not even close to often enough. Now, granted, we do need some skill still to raise his percentage from 35 to 50, but he's going to max out a 50% chance to apply it on his basic attack. Beborn is just shit, man. I swear, it takes too long for him to go back around to do that buff, and by then, you're going to be dead. And this trapper thing is the stupidest thing I've seen. It's a skill 3, and the mark is only for 1 turn. No, it's for 2 turns now? Okay, that had to be from the trap. Okay. Yeah, a full counterattack set on this old man right here would be really good. It would definitely help. What did I miss? Yo, Rifter, what's going on, buddy? Deadbolt Rifter in the house. Wing Spear, good to have you. Do you even King Arthur, bro? What game is better, this or Raid Shadow Legends? What are you? Have you played this game? It's free to play, man. Go download it. Oh, Rifter saying some stuff. I missed all of this. Does anyone else play on 2 different devices? I do. I play on a tablet, which is Android. I play on my iPhone, and I play on the PC. So I play on 3 different devices. Same account. Yeah, they updated the dragon, but didn't update any of that, which is dumb. Why even update the dragon? Like, it's... You can update the dragon, but what they really need to do, like I said, with this ability here, is make that 2. I think that would make a lot more sense. This one. You see 1 to remove a buff. There should be 2 to flip abilities, and then 3 to buff disruption for 3 turns. So where he won't get any more buffs for 3 turns, because that's very strong. So I understand 3 being a hard target to hit so that he never gets buffed for 3 turns. But the ability switch should be 2. Like, it looks like it was even written for 2. You see what I mean? It should be 1, remove a buff, 2, ability switch, 3, buff disruption. So I think they missed something here. Man, he's a clear 7. Let's go, man. Thanks for my guide. Hey, man, thank you. I'm glad you're progressing. Has anyone tried stealing the marks with Anguish? We have. We've tried stealing buffs with Anguish. It does work. As long as there's a dot up on the dragon, you can steal from the dragon. They switched the order of placement of the counter. Yeah, they might. Sinister, I really think they need to do something about this before global launch. And we don't have much time. How do you get better relics? Wing Spirit. Relic, like the weapons you're using, better ones? You have summons for relics, and if you go to every single one of the shops, the 3 different shops, you can get 10, I think, every month or every week. 10 frost relic summons, 10 wind, and 10 flame. They should have buffed. Oh, this game isn't dependent on 1 to 3 heroes. Now, a lot of the in-game comps seem to have Gillian in every team, Bedivere in 90% of the teams, Morgan in most of the teams. But that's in-game. That's not what's supposed to be using. We can use a lot of different heroes for these. Nobody got time on. Yeah. Well, we're just testing out Mark. We're already up to stage 9, but we're just testing out Mark. And stage 8 we beat without even using Mark at all, just with like 3 and 4 star DPS gear. So stage 8 to get 4 and 5 star gear is accessible to free to play once you level up your heroes easily. Yeah, you can DM me on Discord, of course. Patch broke my Morgan on Bear. I was clearing 8. Yeah, well, Bear for me, Bond was doing so much. No, Bear. You can't get her debuff to land. They didn't do anything on the patch for the debuff. For her landing her debuffs to take additional damage, remove buffs on her other passive, and then for skill 2, and then the decreased defense, they didn't change anything like that for Morgan. Just ignored it completely. Yeah, that is the best way, but 9 gets pretty hard. So 9, we just need to get stronger, and then we still ignore. We try to ignore it completely because 9 we can farm 5 and 6 star gear. I was just trying to see like what these marks were actually doing on these lower level dudes, and they're just not doing much. Now he still does have trap on, so if he's attacked, he's going to try to apply it. So then we would alternate and try to do a skill 1, and his passive is up to try 60% chance to try to inflict mark for 1 turn when attacking. So let's attack, and maybe we'll get 2. We just got 1. Now the funny thing is, Sarah can block buffs. If we have accuracy on her doing her skill 1, she can actually block buffs, disruption. Her skill 1 grants buff disruption for 1 turn and attack gauge disruption for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. If you put skills into Sarah and got this cooldown down, we could buff disrupt for 2 turns, and just having this debuff with her doing her skill 1 would stop the dragon from getting buffs. Completely stop him from getting buffs. She can't stop the no health regen on Bear anymore. Why not? Why won't she land that? That's her skill 3, right? That's the flame one? Any idea who the next legend? We just got Bedivere. Juju sauce. We just got Bedivere. How are we going to know what the next legendary is? No, we don't know. And they didn't give us a heads up on Bedivere either. Man, look, this is just the worst. We should make a video on how terrible this is mechanic wise. Not even just to see if they can get this corrected before global launch, because I want it to be challenging. I want us to have to bring in... look, I'm leveling up 2 uncommons to level 60, and I'm not complaining that they're not strong enough to take on 9. They're not strong enough to take on 9, but at least I would know that they have the mechanics to take on 9 when I do get them strong enough, when I level up their relics, when I make sure that I can unlock their favorite dungeon and get a three-piece... Like, if I'm really going to dedicate and get a 3-piece keepsake set on somebody, that's taking them to 6-star. Awaken. That's a lot of work. And then if I'm going to awaken them 6-star even on their relics after I level up their relics, that's a lot of work too. If I'm going to do that, I need to know they're at least going to work. Right? Everybody with me on that? I need to know they're at least going to work for the encounter. Oh, we finally got 3. Where's my ability switch? Buddy. Did we get... Okay, we got an ability switch, I guess, at the end? We got buff disruption too. So for 3 turns, he's not getting any buffs. How did we not get more switched? Like, how is this hit accuracy still on him? How is this... Okay, the hit accuracy should be the only one. This is permanent. That's permanent. That's permanent. But this hit accuracy shouldn't be on him. Okay. Now, yeah, like I said, I don't get it. If I'm going to level up these guys to 60, relics to 60, awaken the relic with a purple dot here, all the way up to 6-star, awaken them to 6-star, that is quite a lot of work. And then I can then put on the 4 and 5-star gear. I'd be farming on 8 to then take them into 9 and 10. But obviously, from our testing right here, it's not worth doing that. These are total garbage heroes to apply mark. It just, the way it's functioning, it doesn't work. They need to do something and kind of get him back in line how he was back in beta. Still make it challenging, but these guys need to be able to work. And there's a few other ones that apply mark, right? We've got negative effect, mark. We've got this dude, which I don't think is very good either. Like, the percentage chance for them to land are so low. They're too low. %60 chance to apply mark that does not go up, and it's for 1 turn. It eventually goes up to 2 turns if you max them out. 30% chance that doesn't go up. After applying mark, you just get defense. Yeah, they did. Rifter's right, though. They updated the dragon, but they never went back and updated the heroes to apply mark. This is pretty interesting for a 50%, but it's a 50% chance. And the thing is, it goes on a cooldown of 3 turns, basically. It says 3 turns now, but that's really a 4 turn before it applies again. If we get this fully maxed out, we're on a 3 turns before it applies again. And it's only a 50% chance when an ally hits to have then not a 100% chance. If you're waiting for an ally to hit 50% chance for this to trigger, and then they need to have a 100% chance to apply mark, not a 50% chance to apply mark every 4 turns. If you're waiting 4 turns and and when this activates and goes on cooldown, they only have a 50% chance to even try to apply it. Like, what? 4 turns. Oh, I missed 50-50 roll. I got to wait 4 turns again. Oh, I missed 50-50. I got to wait 4 turns again. How? Who came up with this? 50% chance, just like the old man, he'll have a 50% chance if we max it out. But still, for 1 turn, though, 1 turn does not work. A 50% chance at 1 turn will not work. 2 turns, okay. Not with the way that they currently have him. And look at this. Right? 70% chance, but only 1 turn. They're all scuffed. Everything here is scuffed for what they've changed it to. Wow. Yeah, I hope they do something about that, because I like building toward what the boss needs. I like building these uncommons. I really enjoy building these uncommons to bring in to counteract whatever the boss is doing, and then bringing in some rares for damage, healers, and then we can bring in the legendaries to really speed run and you know, get through it. See, hers is at least 2 turns. And it goes from 50, 60 to 70, where it's 2 turns. Mark rate, no, it goes up to 75 for 2 turns. Which is far better. Yeah, she does, but she's a legendary that not everybody has, so when they have other options, like when you look at this and you're like, oh, okay, we got a legendary, but we've also got all these uncommons, right? That don't do anything. She increases already applied mark as well. Oh, really? So if there's a mark up for 2 turns and she hits again, she's just going to keep increasing that marks. She won't apply multiple marks. She'll just increase that 1 mark. David, because we're not trying to do it we're doing it the free to play way, my friend. Free to play way. We're not trying to do it the legendary way. The legendary way is easy. We want to do it the way that should be easy as well, as long as you, again, like I said, you put the power and the strength into them. You level them all up. You level them all up. If you put the time and dedication into these lower level heroes, this is what they're there for. These should function, and we know this for a fact, these should function exactly like Dejaret functions on stage 10 or all the stages of Gorgos. You see how Dejaret is? You're looking at Dejaret and you're like, Dejaret is built for Gorgos. Nowhere else. He is just crazy how he elevates your team, because he gives them such a turn meter increase, removes all burns completely, and then your team's taking so many turns after turns after turns, and they're removing those dots over and over and over. That is how these uncommons are supposed to function in these dungeons. Back in beta, it was that way, and here it's supposed to be that way. For story chess? Yeah, but you don't have to level them up right away, and you don't want a game that you only level up 4 heroes and that's it. Nobody has a game like that. That is not a game. If you ever design a gacha game and you just use 4 heroes and you don't have areas like this to where you level up other areas to where something like Lot that usually isn't played is actually effective in here for certain stages. If you don't have a game that makes it to where you have to level up other heroes, then that's not a game. It's not a game that people are going to stick with. Code. I got like 6 to 8 dupes of Sigrid. Nice. No, she's not just useful there. I've seen Sigrid on in-game teams used on these dungeons. Maybe to keep them alive or do something, but I've seen Sigrid used in other in-game dungeons. Probably in Forbidden Dungeon, maybe too, they're using her there. Okay, so that dungeon is scuffed. I really want to make a video tonight addressing that and seeing if the company watches anybody else's video, and then I'll post it on their forums over there and see if they can do something. Only reason is I'm serious. When global launch hits, you don't want to address something like that after global launch. So say if I did go in and fight the next dragon to get where are we at? Man, I don't know how to navigate. Say we do go in and fight stage 9. We could bring in Bedivere. Obviously, we bring her in as Frost. We could bring in a healer. I don't have my... I just got Gillian yesterday, so I don't have her leveled up and ready to go. We could bring her in, but she's just not... She's not there yet. I'll get her there today. I'll get her leveled up. So we'll bring in, I don't know, Sarah, I guess. She's got gear on. And we can even probably bring in another healer. What else do we have? We're going to need somebody to keep us alive a little bit better than what's going to happen here. Oh yeah, she doesn't give increased defense, does she? She doesn't do increased defense on her frost. Effect resistance. Oh, she does decrease. No, this is her wind. Effect resistance, and it does defense decrease 1 for 4 turns. Is that supposed to be increase? See, defense increase 2. Wouldn't this be defense increase? Why is it decrease? Let me see this. Oh, I didn't check. Yeah, but Isolde doesn't heal much. It'd be better to bring in Clementine. I don't know if she has gear on. What just happened? I feel like she didn't cast anything. Is it just to herself? If the weather is night. Okay, it's nighttime. She changed it to night. This is stage 9. Oh man, these little dragons are getting worked by Bedivere. Jeez. Bedivere is ridiculous. See, it's not saying everybody else though. It says grants recovery over time to allies for 2 turns, but then it says if the weather is night, it doesn't say to everybody. So she's only getting these benefits. Very different than her wind that gives it to everybody. Yeah, only she's getting that. That's kind of a crappy skill compared to her. Her wind one is getting an increased defense that we can double up, 80% additional defense. I don't know the multipliers if it's multiplicative. I doubt it's additive. And then she's giving us effect accuracy and recovery over time. Here she's just giving recovery over time. I gotta save Bedivere and get him some stamina. Gotta stop messing around with this ability she's got. Okay, now if this dragon gets invasion, there's nothing we can do about evasion. What was that heal for? Hits pretty hard. He's got evasion up right now, but we can remove it, I hope. That was a hard hit he gave us. Look at all those buffs. Gone. We did actually wipe out the buffs. But he is hitting pretty hard. Only 1 ally? Yeah, that's like a huge change from her fire and her wind. Like massive. To an ally. To 1 ally for 2 turns, for 2 vigor, and then only... Like, I don't even understand this for her on that ability, because this ability gives everybody 2 turns of increased defense, reflect accuracy, and grants all allies recovery over time. And then her flame is even cooler because it gives everybody dodge. It'll give everybody on your team dodge, I think recovery over time, and something else. And getting that evasion rate 2 up on your whole entire team is pretty sweet. All right, let's take her out. So she's amazing. Tauren's amazing for wind and fire, for sure. Not for frost. Wind and flame, not frost. Okay, damage taken, damage dealt decrease. We could do damage dealt decrease. We could do... Where's Clem? Why is Clem so low? What doesn't she have leveled up? Her relic, maybe? Why is Clem so much lower than... Maybe because she doesn't have gear on her? Oh well. She's got gear on her. I think everybody has gear here. We don't have to move anything. Oh, nope. Alright, effect accuracy back. Let's see. What was it? Vigor set? HP percentage? Okay, vigor, HP, recovery, recovery. Vigor, accuracy, and he's ready to go. Okay, stage 9. Let's see what happens. Still, though, I have a lot of improvement to do with my heroes to keep them alive, and we would take in another healer. We wouldn't bring in Isolde. She's not giving the heals we need. How did I gear Bedivere? An attack and critical damage? We're using his skill, too, so he's giving himself 40% additional crit rate, and then he can double up on that. So my crit rate's like 30-something%, and he's going to do stuff like that. He's going to do things like that. Jeez, man. But we do need to save 2 vigor for him. It looks pretty disgusting. Straight critical damage boost? Yeah. I got attack set and whatever else on him. We should probably try to take out this wing to mitigate some damage. I should have done the damage increase on the wing. Almost didn't need it. Oh, I should try to block with Sarah. Morgan's actually taking too much damage. Morgan is not geared well right now. He's got evasion increase of 80%, so we're not going to hit him. Evasion rate 80%. Defense 80%. Damage taken less 80%. Yeah, look at that. He's going to take 80% less damage. We're not even going to hit him because he's got evasion of 80% and he's got increased defense of 80%. So even if we hit him, like say we do make it through that evasion, it's going to be no damage. All right, you need to strip him right now. Strip all this stuff. Now her skill 2 is on cooldown to remove buffs, but we can still remove a buff at a 40% chance. Remove 1 buff. It seems like it removed more than 1. Looked like it cleared him out. He's so fast though. If he'd stop taking so many turns. I don't believe we need Mark for this either. I just need my heroes leveled up. I need them in 4 and 5 star gear, and I need them maxed out as far as Relic goes with Awakening and Heroes with Awakening. She's not Awakened. She's not maxed out Relic. She's not even maxed out Basic Relic besides Awakening. We got a lot of stuff we could do to make them stronger, to take these hits. And then here... we could get the buff Disruption. I need to level up this passive. If I can get this passive up to 2 turns and we can block all buffs on him with her skill 1, we can just have her do the skill 1 the whole time. Like she can come in, skill 1, we can bring in Clementine as another massive healer or Gillian and just have Sarah skill 1 the whole time to try to block. I'm going to try it right now just to see if she can hit it. But I don't think she has accuracy on her. We got it. Target is immune to receiving buffs, but it's 1 turn. We need that skilled up. Yeah, see? I don't think we're going to need Sig for that. I don't know. There's all these different phases. So again, we need to be stronger. We need to get stronger. We need to farm bear and tiger. But 8's easy. This game's, it's not all about Gillian. It's all about her if you just want to skip to in-game. It's not all about her. I don't know why people look at in-game teams and think it's all about this one thing, because you see all the whales using the most effective meta hero. Just because that's the meta hero and most effective for in-game whales doesn't mean that's the only option. Not even close. With his kid is frightening? Yeah, his kid is pretty frightening. Bedivere, if you level him up and put a lot into Bedivere, it really is frightening what he can do. So free-to-play is scuffed, though. We know that. Free-to-play is scuffed for using Mark, not for beating 8. We beat 8 earlier with this team here, which was simple, right? 8 was very easy with Bond, 2 healers, and our boy Bond, which we did in the beginning for 8. And that'll get us the 4 and 5 star gear we need to start farming and doing well. So we use Bond's Frost, which he comes to us as Frost, and we use these guys, and we have Bond in, and beating 8 was simple, no Mark, and Bond's in 3 and 4 star gear, which is what you would have as free to play at this point, because at 8 we're starting to farm 4 and 5 star gear. Now once we're decked out on 4 and 5 star gear, that's still not going to matter until we max out these relics to get the defense we need, so we can mitigate enough damage. Max out all these relics, and then max out these awakenings, the purple awakenings. Once you do that, then they're kind of capped. Then they are capped. Then the only thing that can make them stronger then is gear. But we've got to do that favorite dungeon, and we've got to do a hell of a lot of bear and tiger. But before that, we can still farm 8. Is Lot even usable? I heard a lot of, I don't know about whales, but they'd have to be whales because they're finishing the dungeon. They are using Lot in a few stages in the Forbidden Dungeon to stun, freeze, to have their allies freeze, and slow speed and whatever else he does for that buff. She's not that great early game. That's the problem with Gillian, because she's only single target healing. So early game, I would use Clementine or Sarah, because that way you get some good AoE, good group heals. And we're going to talk about this tonight in a video. I'm going to do a video on YouTube about the best healers, the best rare healers, and we're going to mention Gillian, and we're going to talk about all the best rare healers and where to use them and gearing and all that. But as far as raw heal goes for your team-wide, and she's really good for removing debuffs. So if you go up against Boar, which you're going to do early on, you can remove that decreased speed debuff that Boar puts up. And then you don't need Isolde for Gorgos going up to 6. Like Gorgos, all the way up to level 6 is pretty easy. No removal of dots, no degenerate, none of that kind of stuff. Just go in there with some mild dots, and Gorgos 6 is pretty easy. The hurdle from there is 6 to 7 to 8, going past 6. But to do Gillian in the beginning, she's going to feel weak for most people starting out. For floor 92, Lot's great. 3 Gillians happy. Yeah, that's good. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you got 3 of the best in-game healer there is. The thing about Gillian, right, is what makes her so strong is that she can remove abnormal status effect, knock back the ultimate gauge of the enemy, and increase the ultimate gauge of your allies. So she's attack gauge is what they call it. So that means that you're taking more turns, the enemy's taking less turns, and you're removing abnormal status effect. That's a lot, because abnormal status effects are annoying as hell, especially in in-game dungeons like Crom and Sir Nunez, whatever that other guy's called, going through the Forbidden Dungeon. The dragons, whenever they're doing all those abnormal status effects too, are very annoying. Do I use hit accuracy for Bedivere's orb? Do you notice that your Bedivere is missing all the time? Yeah, I noticed that too. He's like missing all the time. I have hit accuracy on this. I have attack on orb. That's just what I'm left with. So I do have hit accuracy on the earrings. Otherwise, this guy just won't hit. He can't balance himself with that one arm. He's gotta have a little bit of accuracy. His aim's all off. All right, Dad, take care. Yeah, it's late over there for you guys. Are getting there. Have a good night. How does clearing stage 9 and 10 gear dungeon? How does clearing? What do you mean how does clearing? Blood sample, what's up? My man, what do you mean how does clearing? Stage 9 and 10 will give you the ability to make 5 and 6 star gear. You know? And clearing stage 8 will only let you make 4 and 5 star gear. That's the only difference. Right? Overheal when it was popped. She never removed brainwash. How does she work when she I haven't been using her. I just got her yesterday. How does she work when she removes abnormal status effects from your team? Rifter and other people in here would know. Her single target heal can't keep up. Rex, do you have Clementine or Sarah? Do you have somebody else that you can use over there? Besides Isolde? I played, how long did I play this guy for? Luke? I played Luke for the longest time. This guy was so good. It's 3 vigor, but Luke does not play around when it comes to raw healing. Like, not at all. This guy is doing 11% of his max HP plus 80. It's a lot. 3 vigor sucks compared to 2 vigor. It really does. But I played this guy forever. And I still keep him because we use him in the favorite dungeon. He's the only healer for that faction in the favorite dungeon. So I still use him here. Not here, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I still use him. Oh, yeah. So this favorite dungeon, I was able to beat 9 with Bond back in the day. Who knows what we can do now. It was purely because of Bond. The Anguish wasn't doing smack. This healer wasn't really leveled up to do some healing. She's very similar to Luke. 11% of max HP. Same stuff, right? Damage set for Bedivere or critical? Well, you know what's going on with Bedivere, right? You're getting a crit rate increase when you use a skill 2. You're using a skill 2 over and over again. You want his first passive and his second passive maxed out so you can get more damage more often, and you're only using that skill 2, which gives him crit rate buff of 40% immediately before you hit, and then it will be up the next turn too. So if you continue to use the skill 2, he's going to be the 80% chance to crit. So really all you need is 20%. I would go a little higher than that for that first hit, just from substats. Just get a little extra crit if you want to, and you need to crit to get this additional hit to make it hit really hard. That's the whole point. So gearing wise, depends on what you got. But I would go somewhere around a decent amount of crit. Obviously 20% for sure. And then whatever critical damage you can do, whatever attack you can do. So I've got him in an attack set with a crit rate set right now. If I could go like critical damage, or crit rate, or all critical damage, that would be cool too. I got this for critical damage on the banner from the shop. I didn't craft this. I just got it for free from the daily shop. And I've got attack here. I've got to play with what I got. I mean, this is what I've got. I'm not able to craft gear and find a whole bunch of stuff right now. Arena tokens on? Arena tokens are in the arena shop. There's 3 different shops. One shop is accessed through the coin shop, which is really weird. Look at this coin shop up here at the top to where you would buy deals. This is your dungeon shop. Forbidden Dungeon tokens. So make sure you come in here every week and get these pedestals. Oh, month. Sorry. Make sure you come in here every month and get these pedestals. Every week, get these flame relics. And every month, get these 2. You've got the rare memory stones to level up your chivalries. And you got the legendary memory stones to level up your chivalries. I don't know what all these chests are. They're for you to select statues, legendary ones, select awakening stones, which are pretty nice because Tiger's kind of difficult, but the main thing you should get here are the memory stones and the pedestals and the relics every week. And then the other shop is your arena shop, right? And here, I mean, I would save up for these 2 guys for sure, but also Make sure you get your frost relics every week. No, that's a month still here. Wait, that's a month? Was the other one a month? And then get these 2 little ones. These are for uncommons. They cost nothing to get. Just get these uncommons chests, because you never know if you're going to play an uncommon, and you want to be able to level that uncommon up. You want to be able to do its skills and its passives, and these are so cheap to buy. So get those every week. Were the flame ones weekly or monthly? No, they're monthly too, man. Only 10 every month? Dang. And then you got to go into the clan for the 3rd shop. There's 3 shops. And then here we can get monthly the storm relics and pedestals weekly. I get these pedestals weekly because pedestals are very hard to get, and I get these common relics because they're super cheap. And I got Hector's storm relic to try to do shields, to see what his shields would be like on an uncommon. As far as buying anything else in here, it would be additional relics, like the additional like flame that they don't come to, flame and frost and stuff for the newer guys that you got from arena. I wouldn't even bother with Arthur's frost relic, Hector's flame relic. I wouldn't bother with Tristan's other relics. I don't think so. Maybe Tristan was buffed a little bit, right? And I'm not really keen on buying golden lumber. I feel like you get this on your own. Oh, speaking of, I need to go do... I need to clear chapter 6, the heretics, before I can progress here. Let's run around really quick. They're good to get. Yeah, I haven't had a need to do that. I don't buy any lumber like with money. I haven't gone and purchased any lumber deals to buy additional lumber, but I feel like my castle's been leveling up steady. And right now I just got to go run around. Now, will I have the resources I need after I run around? We'll see. We'll see if I have enough. Yeah, I want to save the arena tokens for the legendaries, but I'm going to do it over time. I'm not going to rush it. So I'm still going to get the relics that are in there. Whatever, it's only monthly. And I could be doing a hell of a lot better in arena. But the thing is, I have to wake up and play arena for like an hour before reset for me to get up to rank 1, 2, or 3. In whatever bracket, it doesn't matter. But if you get up to rank 1, 2, or 3 in whatever bracket you're in, you'll get 500 tokens at reset. But I only did that one time, and I was like, I'm not going to waste 45 minutes every morning before reset just to do a whole bunch of arena battles. And they're easy too because I'm not in a high bracket. Just to get 500 tokens, or I could do nothing and get 150 tokens. I'm just like, that's not worth it. It's not worth my time. I don't know. I don't feel like it's worth it. Why do I need to rush and get one of those guys, you know? Whatever. Which are the legendaries to get? I do know that Nimbus got the support guy, because he said he thought the support guy would be really good in one of the later dragon dungeons. So maybe he can give us an update on how it's going. If that guy's good or not. Or if there's other people. I'm sure there's got to be a lot of other people like Wix and others in my Discord who have those guys probably maxed out by now. Hi, Stu. Do you know if we can contact Netmarble or the King Arthur staff? But I log in and I go into my main story farm and I get kicked out saying I'm already logged in. Sounds like somebody has your account. A little bit sounds like that, right? Like this somebody is on their account. That's cool that we got a... See, this girl, Ardwin, she can do so much damage, and she can also crowd control everyone. It's pretty sweet. Seems legit, good in every boss. Yeah, buff removal. Oh, debuff removal, vigor gain turn meter for allies. Auto click in arena while you're asleep. Oh man, but you don't need to do that. All you got to do is get 1, 2, or 3 in the bracket you're in. Will you skip to another bracket? Did this guy just send me a King Arthur Legends Rise? Why did they send me? Why did this guy send me? Who? Oh, please wait. Why did you send me King Arthur's Discord? I've been in there forever. I've been in there for like 2 years, man. Oh, he removes enemy buffs. Like Morgan. Oh, even better than Morgan with no cooldown. He removes enemy buffs. Gains turn meter. Vigor gain, not turn meter. Vigor gain, turn meter gain for allies. Yeah, that is pretty nuts. Gaining vigor is always wanted. Turn meter is good. Those are things that'll make you win battles for sure. You just did this adventure part? Yeah, the castle's telling me I got to come through here and do this. So I want to knock this out. Looks like we got a... Tristan's throwing huge ninja stars on people. This guy's digging something. What'd you lose, man? What'd you lose? Something's going down. Blood everywhere. Is that Aaron? I think that's Aaron. Let's follow the blood. Oh, it's just heretics? That's it? These heretic plebs, everybody's dying from them? Maybe they're juiced up on anger and rage. Yeah, no cooldown. I guess I'll by the time I get enough to actually pick up one of those 2 in arena, we'll know who the best ones are. And the support one sounds really good because I love support. Like in any game I play, I love support because there's always people that can do DPS damage, right? So support to me is always fun to play with. Do you guys like this? And I've said this before. I'm sure you've heard me say it. Do you guys like this burn effect? I swear it makes the graphics look like crap. We know it's hot outside. We can tell it's a hot day, but that wavy, trying to make it look like it's hot, makes the graphics to me look like they're worse than raid graphics. Always. Anytime I see a scene like that, I told him that back in beta too. Like this looks awesome. You put in that wavy heat kind of thing to it, just makes it look blurry. Like you're trying to have knife graphics, but it won't work. Maybe it's my eyes. Yeah, over the top effect. It is. It's too much. The heat wave. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to dumb your graphics down like that. If I was in charge, I would have said no. We're not doing that. This one? Where are we trying to shine the light? Now, how is the light going through that one into this next? How is it even doing that? It's hitting the back, right? This one's hitting the back too, I guess. If they're mirrors, they need to be reflecting. It's okay. Game science. Game magic. What's happening? I love the frontline tankers myself, as opposed to support. I like the support. Like any kind of game I played like that, Siffy and what was her name? Duchess. Those kind of heroes help you progress. Those are the ones that really get you through content. It's not the damage dealers, it's the support. That's what gets you through anything that's difficult. Well, what was the damage on that hit? His is 83,000, but what was Ardwin when she did those 4 hits there? Obviously, it's not going to be as hard as Bedivere. She's nowhere near geared like him. But it should be pretty high. But the best gear I had on Cormac, and AoE hits hard even on 3 to 4 star gear. Critical damage either. Nice. Yeah, it should. He's got it. Like I said, it's got a high multiplier for an AoE ability. It is 3 vigor, but it's a nice multiplier for it, like a really good one. And multiple enemies are going to hit a little bit harder. For Frost. Which I still don't have the Frost one. No Frost. No Frost yet. Oh, this one's got a lot of doors? Is this a puzzle? Ouch. It is. I'm going to have to know how to go through here. It's like the spider one. It's pretty annoying. That's all right. Nimbus has it locked down on his spreadsheet. I'll just go look at that. Today? That's why you got it? Nice. Yeah, well, everybody's relic shop is different. Totally different. Your left-hand side, your right-hand side are all different. That's 25,000 she did, and she's nowhere near geared like Bedivere. Click the cat. I vaguely remember doing this a few times in beta. But I don't remember a black cat. Is there a black cat? I remember that one cat in the catwalk. We got to get through this door somewhere. Oh, was there a cat back there? Was there a statue I was supposed to click? What about bust some dragon eggs? That's not a cat. No, I think we're good here. We got to go back. Okay, maybe this isn't a maze because... Oh, we got a key? Nice. Did the cat just have a key in its butt or what? What happened? Didn't this just take us straight back? Yeah, it took us back. This isn't much of a maze at all. This is taking us right where we need to go, I think. Oh, we need to be small to move through there, huh? What? Why did it lead me back? I don't even think there was anything good to pick up down here. Was there a chest? Maybe there was one chest. Yeah, good call on that cat. The key in his butt got us some rewards. Only a control type hero. Are we supposed to be like turning this? Control type hero. Hidden region. Let's go. right, all the goodies. You did a 10 pull? I pulled 10 legendaries total. I have 5 lots. 5 lots out of 10 legendaries. Damn, it seems like a lot of people are getting a lot. Came up with a hairball? Yeah, it could be that too. Seems like a lot of people get lot, at least on Discord. I think it's just that the people complain about lot. Like the people who get a whole bunch of Betavirs aren't really complaining. Bro, do you have maps with chests and Camelots? Yeah, we do. We have that maps with chests and Camelots. It's right here on our Discord at Adventure Maps. Let's do that. Adventure Maps right there, buddy. Really need early access in the US? You can play. What do you mean need early access in the US? Everybody can play right now. Like easily play. Wait, don't I have it pinned? I have it pinned. Yeah, I've even got it pinned here. Let me copy this link and give it to this guy. And everybody can play on PC. You can play on your Android device. So easy. No VPN needed to play on PC or Android device. You can just have it ready to go in 4 minutes. Very simple. Why? And he's good? No, he's not really used a lot. Should you sell a lot? I've sold a lot of lots. I would hold on to them, but I have sold a lot tokens. And I was able to get Sigrid and Guinevere from the shop. Because I didn't pull those for a while. So since I didn't have them, I got them from the shop. Yeah, that's right. That is right. Oh no, is this guy gonna stealth? We got Crazy and Nick here. No vigor, huh? She's actually hitting pretty hard. Provoke, and then they got a team up attack. I mean, she's hitting hard, but she's not hitting that hard. Not one arm hard. Oh, she's back. She's back. Maybe she is. Oh, you're asleep now. Let's wake him up. Oh, and we both we controlled both of them. That was awesome. Ardwin is good, man. Ardwin is really good. Great damage and then all that control. She's going to be fun in PvP. When she counterattacks and does that. Is this the quest I needed to complete for my castle? Okay, we got a little side quest. That it for this area? Yeah, I'd keep his coins for now and turn them in later on if you want to. Like if you really see something in the shop, if you're missing Gillian, if you're missing Sigrid or Guinevere or any of those heroes, the legendary heroes, and you have enough to turn in, then yeah, I would do it. I would get rid of those lot tokens and do what I did. I eventually summoned them, but at the time I didn't have them, so. Man, let me out. Oh, oh, there we go. We might have completed the Heretic quest. Easier than Epic 7? What's that? To get a hero and turn in a hero? I liked Epic 7's banners. I used to summon on their banners a lot. But I left Epic 7 after the first 5 months, 6 months. Whenever that big old dude with the big sword came out, I got a couple copies of him and then I stopped playing. I went on to play something else. Maybe it was Raid. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to talk to that guy that was digging before. But it is pretty easy if you are a spender to get a lot of... Even if you're free to play, it's easy to get rares. Because rares are only 375, I think, to be able to pick up a rare. It's very giving. If you're free to play, getting a hero that you don't have that pops up in the shop is not difficult to do. And it's a really cool thing for long term for free to play to be able to get a hero. Let's see if I did what I needed to do for our castle. You're free to play? Yeah, it is. I think it's great. I mean, they give you so many heroes already with Morgan and Tristan. Kay, like they give you a lot. And they give you plenty of summons. Nope. I guess it's probably going to be at the end of chapter 6. I didn't know we were... We got a lot of chapter 6 to do. Okay, those are nice. And you guys know there's all free relics in these adventure modes, right? Almost every stage but one. I think chapter 2 doesn't have a free relic, but every other chapter 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 have relics. So if you're looking for the flame relic for Isolde, I think it's chapter 3. But we've got it all over here on Discord. So join our Discord if you're not here. If you're not on it. She's top 2 DPS dealer, right? She's the top 1 rare damage dealer right now. I think. That is my educated guess from looking over all the numbers. I haven't been able to play her yet, but I do know people like JR. He's been playing her since the beginning, and she is wrecking. Her multipliers are just too high. Not too high as in we need to do something about it. They're just high. But she doesn't have any way to get them higher over time. Like other heroes, we can put skills. We can book them and get their relic to do more damage, whereas hers can't. It won't go up any higher. She doesn't have any multipliers there. So it works out really well. And then even at in-game, people who can put books into them, like Arthur, they're still just a little bit higher. She's at 355%. And he's at 383, but you got to do a lot of work to get Arthur there. A lot of work. It's not going to happen. When you're free to play a low spender or even a whale, you can't just really go out and buy all those books. They don't have deals for them that often. Apple ID, thanks though. Okay, but you could play on PC or you could play on an Android device. Man, we're doing some serious running. So where are you guys at? Everybody doing well in the game? Like progressing? You feel like you're actually progressing? Anybody feeling that they're kind of lost? Or don't know what to do, right now? Should I buy Cormac Frost Relic or wait for Rosier Fire Relic? I would go with both. All I can tell you is I know for sure Rosier Fire Relic is legit. I don't know for sure if you put all your resources into Cormac's Frost Relic and use a skill 3. Here's the difference between the two. Rosier is single target and it's a lot of damage. He is AoE and it's a lot of damage. So whichever you want. They both are skill 3. You're both going to be using 3 vigor on him. But Cormac, as long as there's multi-targets, he's still going to do like 250% versus 355. And a little bit of defense that probably won't make much difference. I still think it's strong. I just wish I had it so I could have them maxed out and show you. And I've had people comment saying that they've used them and they're very happy with Cormac's Frost and with, obviously, with Rosier's Fire too. Her Flame Relic. You feel a bit stuck that I'm farming issue? Yeah, that's right. You just need to level more relics and more hero levels. Not necessarily gear either. You don't need to worry about gear too much. If it's easy to farm gear and you want to do some levels and you just want to do a few, it's okay, but it's far better to get those relics. Hero Awakenings, Relic Awakenings, and Relics maxed out. And favorite dungeon if you can. But then when you do the favorite dungeon and you unlock those slots, you might want to farm a little bit just so you can craft that gear. But you can craft the basic gear easily without having to craft the set pieces for your keepsake. For the belt, the orb, and the banner, you can do the 3 to 4 star non-set pieces. And that's just from stuff you picked up in story mode. Trying to balance what I can do on the hard. I want to get Awakenings for Merlin, Bon, and Bon. You got to get gold and keep running out. Keep running out of gold. Boar 9 is good. Yeah. Bear 6 is fine. Flame Dude cleared 8, but auto only 6. So you can do Gorgos on 8 manual. That's rough. I did do that more. I did that Gorgos guide. I feel like Gorgos is pretty easy. Obviously on 6, anybody can do them on 6. Like you said, you know, you're doing auto on 6 easily. I think anybody can do auto on 6. It's just that jump from 7 to 8, which might mean you need a little bit more, like you said, levels, right? And strength so you can mitigate some more damage. I don't think that was the last quest here. Wait. Am I on the one for the castle finally or not? Is this the quest that in beta we had to have Guinevere? There was one quest we had to have her, and we couldn't get past it unless we did. It was pretty annoying. What are we doing in the house? The serpent's basement. Okay, the basement. Wait, where's the basement? Oh, to the serpent's base. What am I doing here, gents? What's not working? Is there anything to collect? Let's just take a nap, log out. Is that what I'm doing? Oh, it's this way. Oh, wait. I don't know. They made it seem like it was really a key will spawn in there. I was going to say, they make it seem like, look at all the glowing lights and it's a big castle. It makes it seem like it's going to be really cool in there. And it's just a bed. It's sleepy time. She's now C6. That's cool. Get her to C8. She's good. She can do this random heal on your allies for 30% of their max HP. It used to be 100% of their max HP. But that's all right. It's still really good. Are we going there? Okay. Let's run. Lot C4 are good for PvP. I don't think Lot's good for PvP. I don't know if anybody's been saying that they're using Lot in PvP. Yo, Deadbolt, have you even played King Arthur? Like, seriously, Deadbolt, have you played King Arthur yet? For real, have you tried it? Have you downloaded it on PC just to try? Why not? It's free. What are you playing right now? Like, what are you spending your time on? Are you still playing a free-to-play pleb account on Raid? What are you doing? Okay, but you can play. Do you have an Android device? You can play on any Android device in 4 minutes. Very easy. You use a PC? Come on, how are you gonna play? How are you gonna play your beloved game that you've been waiting on forever, Ashes of Creation, if you don't have a PC? What are you gonna do? Lot's wind weapon is better for PvP. Yeah, but legendary relics that they don't get summoned with are so hard to come by. Just pure luck. Yeah, how are you going to play Ashes? Well, what's going on? How are you going to do that? With high chivalry, vigor battery, abnormal status immunity for 2 turns. For disruption, to stop them from healing. Oh, time to turn people into rats. Hamsters? What are these things? I can't see him. I can't see him clearly from this angle. I think it's a... Oh, I didn't mean to hit it. I don't know what it is. I owe you Ash's money. Look, you made me... Aren't you the one that... Didn't you make me spend on it? You were like, oh yeah, Ash's Creation is so good. Look at these $300 pre-order deals. It's so amazing. We should support and do it right now, Stu. And I'm like, all right, let's do this. Now my kids can't even go to college, man. It's lost money. It's gone. Daddy, why can't I have a good education? Ask Deadbolt. That's it. What would you recommend if I didn't manage to get either Rosier or Anguish? Well, I wouldn't use Anguish. Anguish is garbage. Anguish is not like he was in beta. I would never invest in Anguish unless you want him. Are you? Oh, you're asking just for Gorgos? Is that what you're asking for? If you didn't get either one of those? That is a good question. Who would you use for damage over time for dots on Gorgos if you don't have Anguish or Rosier? I would wait 13 days and get Anguish for free. 14 days? That's what I would do. I wouldn't buy the little deal that pops up, but I would wait so many days. Where's my calendar at? I'd wait till day 13 and get Anguish for free. Because you can beat stage 6 probably on Gorgos. Maybe without him. But you might have to wait till day 13 to get him to use for dots there, yeah. In main team. I don't see why not. People hold chivalries. Like, I think chivalries are great. Because I do a lot of summons, and I think that they're really a cool thing to have for your heroes. But not everybody does that many summons. But I feel like in the long run, if you're playing this game for a year, you're going to want to take advantage of all these chivalries. There's going to be balancing. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. New content coming out that you might use that hero for then. That might be best in slot for that content. So for me, I love doing it. I like how it augments the hero that I'm using. Not only just their abilities, but giving you stats. And you just never know, right? But some people want to use those tokens to get other heroes. Is the problem. Right? So instead of doing those chivalries, they want to come in here and get something that they're missing. Which I understand too, right? I really do. Am I drinking beer? No, man. What are you talking about? This is water. It's only 12:35 p.m. We got to go to the gym after this and then eat lunch. Then the kids come home. Then I got to make YouTube videos, then have dinner with everybody. My wife will be home then and call it a day, I guess, after all that. Oh, I got to make videos. I got to make a solo leveling Arise video tonight. Mandatory video. I got to do a summons video for them. It's past noon already. Time to drink. Do you have a video about the best relics to focus on for now? I don't have a video on the best relics, but every hero that we're talking about is with their best relic. So the video I just did on the best rare DPSers in the game is with their best relics, right? Any kind of video we talk about a hero, it's with their best relic. It's not like, hey, this hero is cool. It's this hero is the best because of this relic. So you don't really need a best relic video. You just need to watch the videos and you'll see. To do the event free to play? What event free to play? What? These events free to play? I mean, they're all very free to play friendly. The best way to do this event free to play is to beat these stages. Beat stage 9 and you get mythical orbs. Beat stage 8, you get mythical orbs. I mean, there's no... These are so straightforward. It's beat this boss on this floor. That's it. This one is clear the frozen plains, which is to beat the bear boss, which I need to go do on that floor. This is the collect gold, which if you're playing the game, you're going to collect gold. These are just fighting random monsters. You'll do this over time. This is how many more days do we have? We have 4 days on this. You're going to do this every day when you log in. And arena is just going in and simply pushing fight. You don't need to win. This is just doing arena. So free to play can do all this stuff, except for maybe the higher stages of this. So you might miss out on stage 9 or 10, but that's it. You'll still get a lot of mythical orbs for the lower level ones. You'll still get a lot of rewards. All this rewards, stamina for free. It's all free. All of it is free and easy. Wix, what's happening? Listen, you spent a lot on summonings. There's no reason to use chivalry unless it helps you clear higher tier content. Yeah, but I still enjoy, like I said, I enjoy doing chivalry myself. I think chivalries are all very interesting and fun, and we could have new content come and we can have heroes balanced. So if they do ever change a chivalry on someone, I want to make sure I have my chivalry, and if they do bring out some new content and that hero is best in slot for that content as a rare, I want to make sure I have the chivalries done. Because I like all the rares except for maybe I'm not a big fan of... I'm definitely not a big fan of Frederick. Back when he had Mark on his skill 1, he was pretty cool, but now he doesn't even have Mark. And his Chivalry 8 actually makes him pretty interesting. It takes him from a very bad healer to a decent one, I guess, because we get recovery over time now, and we also get attack increase for 2 turns. This is pretty good. There's not a lot of guys out there that give us attack increase too. This is giving it to the whole entire team, and it's on a 2-turn cooldown. So you're going to have this up for 2 turns. It'll be away for 1, and then you'll have it back up for 2 turns. So 2 out of 3 turns, you got this active on his Chivalry 8. That makes him a lot better. I don't know. I really like this guy. I love the aesthetic of him. Urian's looks amazing, and his counterattack is really cool, but it doesn't always pull in the damage I want. This dude, I need to try out Baldwin. I just don't understand why he was there in beta, and I kind of don't understand why he's here now. His consistency to do what he's supposed to do doesn't seem to be there. I definitely want to play her. She looks like a lot of fun. With her C8, it was the Cyclone Fist. If the target has immunity, which all bosses have immunity, everybody's got immunity. Well, not all, everybody. Bosses have immunity. So we'll be able to do 10% of her max HP as damage to bosses, and she already does this when they're immune too. And I've tested this out on a boss. It's just like a mini Morgan. Decreased defense 2 and damage taken 1 for 1 turn. Unfortunately, it's only 1 turn, but it does happen every time we activate this. So that's pretty fun. So not only is she like a bind control unit, she looks like maybe if we have her max chivalry, she could do damage on bosses. And we could bring her in to bind and control and help out with the first wave of dragons, and then maybe do damage after that, or whatever wave. I don't know, it just looks interesting. Like, all these things look really cool to me. So I like their chivalries. Now, unfortunately, this girl, I don't like her chivalry. It's all about if you actually control them. And we can't do that to bosses, but maybe going through... Actually, you know what? High-end Forbidden Dungeon? High-end Forbidden Dungeon, she might actually be really cool. To wrap people up, and then on her chivalry, she's going to do damage based off of max HP to them. This turns into attack all enemies, deals 4% of the target's max HP, which would be really strong on a boss, but unfortunately we can't do that on a boss, but we can do this on high levels of the Forbidden Dungeon. And that would be a lot of damage if they have high max HP. And she's wrapping them up, right? She's controlling them. So I think that would be pretty fun. Now, you don't want to do that because, you know, you guys are wailing out and you've got these, like, 6 heroes that are legendaries, and you pretty much rotate them and you try to take out, like, everything you can with those heroes. But I like all these other ones. Adventure mode, these captured chest things require certain heroes to make you... Yeah, that'll happen. That's long-term goal, my man. If you can't 100% the adventure mode right now, but you can 80% or 90% it, and then you know in the future when you're logging in every day to level that person up, you have a purpose that keeps you playing the game. That's awesome. Stage 8 of the boar, hard stuck on frozen plains, but might not be worth it. Yeah, that's why. Let me do it. Let me do that. Let me take people up and test them out for you and see if it's worth it, because as a pure damage dealer that actually has a lot of benefits to it, this guy right here that I want to test out, you can already see I have him at level 60. We've got him at 3-star, 3 awakened level 60. We've got his relic up to level 40 awaken. But this dude, no matter what relic we use, he's going to do decreased defense 2. And he's got a high multiplier on his AoE ability. So for 3 vigor, we're doing an AoE ability for 223 of attack right now because I've got some skills into him. We are 90% chance to decrease defense 2, which is strong to add damage on all of our attacks. Be way better if we could do it for 2 turns. And on top of that, when he crits, he's going to get an attack increase on himself for attack 2, which is 40% increased attack after triggering a critical strike. Now, in beta, this used to work where he'd get this before he did damage, or he used to do 2 hits and he would get it on the first hit and then the second hit would be harder. Unfortunately, he doesn't have multi-hit now like he used to in beta. So still attack increase. But again, it's only for 1 turn. And we get an attack gauge increase too of 30%. So I need to get this passive cooldown on here. And these are much easier to get their passive down, much easier to do scrolls, skill books in them. And he can also go stealth, so he can't be targeted. You know, if you fought all those guys that do stealth, they're pretty annoying. So he won't be able to be targeted, only hit with AoE. And then when you're stealth, also you take 10% less damage. Yeah, damage taken 10% less. I think he could be like, you know, instead of running Rosier Flame Relic, maybe we run this guy for insane damage to help us get through content. I don't know, but I'm going to find out. And if you guys know of any other commons that kind of look like him, that look like they could function well with their passives maxed out. I even leveled her up. I haven't got a chance to play her. Where I wanted to use her in Boar, she has a 10% chance. She will give the whole party a 10% chance to counterattack from her leader skill, which is really wild. Grants all allies counterattack trigger rate of 10%. Which would be great in Boar, but 10% is really low. And then the one I was leveling up, I wanted to test out this, which isn't going to help in Boar, but I wanted to test out escorting somebody for 2 turns, granting all allies the hit accuracy, which is fine, and then we get evasion. Gain evasion rate 1 for 2 turns. I think that's just her that gains the evasion rate, but I wanted to see what the escort would be like because it's unique. Most uncommons, every single one of their relics have the same ability. Here she has this same ability as this. Flame is the same ability. Like most uncommons, I would say 90% of the uncommons, every single one of their relics are exactly the same. It's not that way with rares, not that way with legendaries, of course. But hers is different here. So she does evasion rate increase 2 for 1 turn, and we can get multiple rolling on her. So evasion, she could be at an 80% evasion rate, right? With this, if I just hit 1 skill book into her. Just 1. If I just hit 1 right there, she'll go to 2 turns, and then we'll pop 80% evasion rate really easily. And 126 damage for 2 vigor is okay. Higher level dungeons, a hit accuracy guide. Yeah, that's not going to come from me, my man. We need it, you're right. But somebody needs to data mine the numbers for the bosses to get a hit accuracy guide, it's just going to be somebody saying, okay, I used 20% hit accuracy and I was still missing. I used 30% hit accuracy and I didn't miss anymore. It's going to have to be somebody playing with the numbers, which means somebody needs to run that whatever each dungeon so many times with a certain amount of hit accuracy and then lower it or increase it and then take note of all of it. It's a lot of work. And went to the start and saw you using Gorgo's team. Yeah. How is it working out for you? Oh, it's working fine. Yeah, it's just like not using her. The only thing is that you get a little bit additional chance to increase your dots, right? And I've noticed she doesn't do it off the bat. Like her first move does not work. Her first use of that does not increase the dots all the time. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. So if you go to Gorgo, I don't think these guys have their gear on anymore. They don't. Oh, no, he's got gear. All right, they've got gear. All we got to do is... I think he had the speed. Speed. And then here it's going to be something like that. No, not that one. It probably was this one because he needs defense. Which would mean we need to put something on her. Okay, so Flame. Now, all her relics will do this. It's just that with Flame Relic, we get the healing we need with the skill 3. So anytime we use her skill 3, we get a chance to... Where is it? Is it her Chivalry? Why doesn't it show up in here? Using skill 3 has a 100% chance to increase the duration of all dots inflicted on the enemy by 1 turn. But when we use skill 3 the first time, I swear it never increases the dots. 3-turn cooldown. So it's 4 turns before it activates again. It's pretty long. And we don't want to use skill 3 on her Frost because it doesn't do anything. It's like an attack. We want to get heals. But watch this first time. Okay, we got her doing skill 3. We got her doing a skill 1. DeJarrett. And then we have Anguish for some dots. Come on, Anguish. Get some dots up. Okay, we got 1 up. Now she's going to do her skill 3. It didn't extend. It did extend that time. I'm telling you, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Sometimes it doesn't do it. Like I'll have 3 up and I don't see the 2s afterwards. So now we got to wait 4 turns. But the thing about waiting 4 turns is we've got DeJarrett in here giving us the turn meter increase. 40% right now because I don't have them maxed out. Later on we can get it to 60% and it'll be even faster. So we're taking like two turns every time Gorgos takes a turn. Sometimes 2.5 turns. So it comes back pretty quick. Like right now if she were to do it, it'd be amazing. And I don't always have dots up when she does it too, so... It's a little RNG, you know. Yeah, it takes 2 turns per boss. Right. Yeah, it works well. It works well for sure. You went to 201 million. Oh, you spent 201 million gold already? Damn. That's a lot of gold. How can you tell like the most gold you spent? Is that for the event where it's telling you to spend gold? So you've only spent that much gold. You spent that gold just during the event, right? That's not lifetime. That's just a few days now that the event's been going on. Ooh, Isolde almost died. She's gonna die from this burn unless we get a heal. There we go. Okay, we didn't extend yet. Yeah, I could, but I wouldn't waste the resources into extending that. What I would do in the end game, you know, just get the ability for Anguish to apply more dots, or bring in Fire Rosier and have other people maybe apply dots. I would do something to apply more dots and then just have her extend those. I'm pretty sure we can come in with a team that just applies a whole bunch of dots, get her to extend, and we can win like super quick. Much faster than this. We just need to be more reliable with applying dots. Because the longer we fight this guy, the harder it is. If we can just end this quicker. We won't have to worry about anything. Like if Anguish can put up some dots right now, we need more than one. Uh-oh, now we're in trouble. Yeah, I don't know. I think I get like a 70% win rate going through 10 versus just doing the 3-man on 9. So I just go ahead and do 10 because we can queue it up for, you know, 3 times the rewards. So I'll queue it up for like a whole bunch of runs and just let it roll. But I need to go farm bear. This is what I'm going to farm right now to increase the power on all my guys. We need to do a video tonight on the best healers and where to use them and when to use them. Like when you start playing toward early game and end game, because there are different healers you should kind of focus on. Then we're going to talk about how poorly the first dungeon is when it comes to Mark. So hopefully the company will see that video and make some adjustments, because they've changed that dragon, but they didn't change the people that apply Mark, and it's really sad. It's really, really sad. And I want it to be able to, I want to play that dungeon the way it's supposed to be played with these uncommons. And even, and the sad thing is, like I said earlier, even if we max out these uncommons, strength-wise, they're not going to do the job. And that's pitiful. If I take them to full awaken, which I have no problem doing, full awaken and ascended down here for relics, and then have them in the proper gear, they still can't do their job. That's not right. What they changed on this dragon from beta, they changed the dragon, but they didn't change the people who are here to overcome that. And that's really sad. So we need to get that. I really want that change before global launch. I really wish, I hope they do that. So we'll see. With her Chivalry 8? Yeah, right. With her passive and her Chivalry 8 to apply so many dots, easy times. We'll get so many dots in there and we can just extend them. The fight will be over quickly, like really quickly. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. We've been on for 2 hours and 37 minutes. I'm going to get some lunch, do some stuff out and about, and I will be back on tomorrow. I'll be making some videos for tonight on YouTube. So if you're not following me on YouTube, please do. You can do !YouTube right now if you're on Twitch. And if you're not in our Discord, you can do !Discord, and you'll see it on YouTube and Twitch. Come and join us. Everybody's in on my Discord. I'm telling you right now, this will be the unofficial Discord for King Arthur, because their official Discord is not it. There's nobody over there. It's just not the place to be, really. Okay, YouTube, man, thank you so much. Appreciate everybody for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be on tomorrow, and we'll try to work on something else. Since those heroes won't work on this dragon, maybe these heroes will work here. Maybe we can come in with Hector, Wind, get some shields up. We can use Baldwin, although I really don't think he has the... I don't think Baldwin has what's needed, not the frequency enough to take care of business. And this dragon is very easy too, going up to 8 without having to play to its mechanics. Same thing with the other dragon, very easy going up to 8 without having to play with its mechanics. But 9, I think, starts to be difficult, to where we might have to pay attention to what's going on. But 8 seemed to be very easy. And then this dragon, I haven't done it all. I haven't even been back here in forever. I know I can get further than this. Oh, look, this just says bring in Luke. Well, we got Luke leveled up. I still have him leveled up from the beginning, because we use him in the favorite dungeon. So we can easily bring in Luke. We can bring in these two. All right, we need to see what this dungeon's all about too tomorrow. Using Dejaret or Merlin is better for Gorgos. It just depends. It's up to you. The 3-man team with Merlin is very easy. I can do up to 9. I can do 9 so easy with the 3-man team. But I can't do 10 yet with the gear I have. So I do 10 with this team. Maybe I can. Maybe now with the gear I have, I can start doing this as well. And with the 3-man team, it's still going to rely on me getting dots up quick enough to take the boss down, especially when he gets under 50% HP and starts coming in and wrecking people. Like, they need to be strong enough to be able to take hits on that 3-man team so that I can do 10. I can do 9 easy. And then for 10, I'm doing it with Dejaret with multiple people, you know, 4-man team. But I think Dejaret, if you have him in Frost, you should do that. It's really, really simple. Or just, it's up to you, man. Whatever you're doing with Merlin. If you're using the Merlin team, you got to keep everybody's speed similar. It's all in that video I did, the second video that I did on Gorgos, where I talk about the 3-man team in detailed more for people who had questions on the first video I did. And then I talk about this 4-man team. Please run a couple dragon runs. Dragon runs is just, look, I'll show you the dragon team that I'm using, but I'm going to head out. But the dragon run is just this. Morgan, which you all have. 2 healers to stay alive. And then I brought in Bond with his Frost Relic, which everybody, that's what Bond comes to you as, Frost. That's it. That's the team. And I have Bond in 3 and 4 star gear. He's got 4 star, and this is today. Like, we ran this today. He's in 3 and 4 star gear, but he's leveled. He's leveled. And the rest of these people aren't really leveled. And he's not leveled here for his Relic, which he needs to be to have a little more survivability. They all need to be. So we're doing stage 8 on the 2 dragons, the first 2 dragons, very simply without having to worry about the mechanics. It's just about how far you've leveled up your heroes. Here, awakened, leveled up down here, awakened. It's not really about the gear yet. Gear is going to help. But even if you have 3 and 4 star gear, you can still do it. So I feel like that's pretty easy. But the real hurdle is, you know, you're farming 8 to get 4 and 5 star gear, to craft 4 and 5 star gear. Once you do that and slap that on these people, along with leveling this rest of the relics up, then you try to go to 9. And 9, we really have to play more toward the boss's mechanics then. And that's the issue with this dragon, that you can't really do that. And that'll be in a video I do tonight. So go look for that video. Look for that. And it'll explain everything. Or look back through the stream too.